shit on Nick Cage, yeah.
Nick Cage is the man.
He's the best. Con Air, you kidding me?
Ghost
Gone in
Rider?
60 seconds. I go on all day.
Movie.
Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider.
Oh my god, I watched that at like 2 o'clock one night. It was the worst movie of all
story,
time.
bro.
Love
Probably 'cause you were
Marvel.
drunk.
I think I was with you actually. You were over.
Doubt it.
That's right. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh,
So,
yeah,
I
he
probably
doesn't-
put it on because you were
He
there.
doesn't hang out at your house.
Yeah, he has his own bedroom.
I honestly don't remember watching that at all.
You don't? At
No.
all?
Con Air.
I've seen Con Air. I've seen it a million times.
Oh,
Con
I
Air's
love that
badass.
movie.
Classic.
Can't go wrong. with that.
Cyrus the Virus.
Oh!
Fucking Dave Chappelle's in that movie.
Sneaky roll in there.
That could be
Crazy
a
Eyes.
Halloween theme right
Crazy
there.
Eyes. Oh yeah,
Steve
Buscemi.
He's nuts.
Having the tea party?
Yeah,
That's
with that
freaky.
little- yeah, that was a creepy
I'm sick.
scene with that little kid, right?
You're sick.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Jesus.
There's no cure for what I have. Fucking Steve Buscemi. Talking like the little 9-year-old girl.
Yeah, dude.
No, she was like 6.
I got the whole world
Dude, such a weird
in
movie.
my hands.
Such a creepy movie.
He's a creep.
All right, welcome to 168.
Oh, we're in?
I guess we're in
We're
here.
out.
Was he also in Face Off? My bad. To bring
Buscemi?
it back. I mean,
Nick
Cage?
What do you mean? Was he in
He's in
Nico
Face
Face
Off,
Off?
right? Yeah,
What
just- he's one of the guys.
He is the other face
Yeah.
in Face Off.
Okay, all right.
9mm.
I love that movie.
Crazy movie.
Gone in 60 Seconds has to be the best.
Classic.
That's the
I was just talking about that yesterday.
magnum opus of Nick Cage's career.
Haven't seen it.
You fucking
What?
kidding me?
The Shelby GT 500.
Kidding me?
I haven't
Memphis
seen it.
Reigns.
The
Oh.
Randall Reigns.
I got you, boy.
Eleanor.
Got you,
Eleanor.
Reigns.
It was actually Friday night.
He's talking to him, man. This unicorn.
It was Friday night. We were driving through someplace, and there was a bunch of cars. I was like, I wish I was Nick Cage right now and Gone in 60 Seconds. I just want to go in there, take one of those nice cars over there, and be gone with it.
You can
In
try.
60 seconds?
In 60 seconds.
Why wasn't it gone in a minute?
That is the question.
Just saying.
60
BRB.
seconds sounds better.
What do we want to get into first?
Such hate.
Nick Cage.
We got
Keep going. Let's keep going with Nick Cage.
we got so much transfer news. It's been a while since
I
we
think
got
the
into
most
this.
important one.
Romelu
Oh.
Lukaku. There
Oh,
you
no,
go,
no.
the most
Hold
important
up. We could do a
That's
Nick
the most
Cage start.
expensive one.
We could do a PFC Nick Cage 11. They're so bad, they're awesome.
No? No cards?
No cards.
Lacazette.
It's so bad, but he's awesome.
Fuck
Yeah,
Lacazette.
man.
The one-hit
Yeah,
wonder is
man.
going to flounder in the Prem. He's going to get
One-hit
bodied.
wonder.
Fellaini's going to put an elbow through his jaw. It's going to be great.
Sorry, Martial. You talking about one-hit wonders?
Martial's
Martial,
where he's at.
Here,
First
here,
season?
Hey, here's 60
First
mil.
season?
We'll take that 18-year-old.
Most
Dude,
expensive
you know what they
teenager
call
ever?
that little sophomore slump? That's all he had.
I believe he
was looking
scored
sharp
against the
last
LA
night.
Galaxy at the weekend.
Oh, congratulations.
Whoa,
Yeah.
LA Galaxy.
Goals a goal, my friend.
That's like USA beating Nicaragua. Get over it.
Hey, they needed those 3 goals, though.
Oh, my God. Hey,
Hey.
Chelsea boy scored. Miazga. Diving header.
Matty
Oh,
boy.
you
Back
mean
stick.
The guy whose career you're going to ruin?
It's already over.
That guy?
It's already over.
Set him on loan 7
He
times.
did have one good game in the Prem.
Right, well, I guess something great to
To be
open-
fair, though,
I
he got a free Chelsea jersey.
I got something great to open up with. It's relative to the Premier League and one of our friends in the room, Alexis Sanchez.
What'd he say?
I knew you would do this to me.
Quote unquote, I want to play in the Champions League.
AK, I
Bar
don't
none.
want to
Bar
fucking
none.
be at this
No,
So-
no.
Done.
He's been in the Champions League every year since 2011 with Barca. Had a good run with the Goons, but I think this is his biggest statement to date about his future. He said he's already made up his mind, just like Lukaku said earlier. But he says he wants Champions League or bust.
And not only that, you have to add on to the fact that Arsenal's going for Thomas Lemar from Monaco, who plays left mid, left winger, where Alexis Sanchez plays.
Alexis
And
Sanchez
then
number
Theo
9.
Walcott's going to Everton. You know,
You guys might be fighting for 10th.
Well, listen, you
Just
want to talk
jumping
about
ship.
You want to talk
Just
about
jumping ship. Fight
Like, what I've been saying, like I've been saying, you're going to have the best stadium in the championship next year.
Everyone is overreacting. All right, you guys would still be playing in our stadium, even if we were in the championship. That's how much you're on our nuts. But as far as Alexis Sanchez goes, look, he clearly said he wants to play in the Champions League. But at the end of the day, the decision is
Did you
not
say
up to
Champions
him.
League or championship? Because he's going to be there if he stays at Arsenal.
He won't, Huss. He definitely won't. He
He's
said
not-
the
they're not
decision
giving the
isn't up to
championship,
me.
man.
It's not up to him. So Arsenal's come out. They've stated that it doesn't matter what he wants to do. They're definitely not selling him to an in-league rival. So he's not going to City, Chelsea, Man United.
That would just be dumb.
Chelsea's not a
Bayern
rival.
Munich,
Just
who's
destroy
been the main outside league source, they said they're not willing to pay the amount of wages for him.
Let's just shut
Who else?
down.
Where's he gonna go?
Fire.
Juventus? Like, where else is he gonna go, guys?
PSG.
I think this puts pressure on Arsenal's season more so is what I think it does. I think it says if you don't make Champions League this year coming up, I'm gone. If Arsenal
going to
do
resign.
make Champions League, then I think
Well, then he leaves on
Then
a
I
free.
think
That's
You
a
either get
gamble.
50 mil or he leaves on a free.
Well, it depends. It
That's
depends
the
on how we're
issue.
doing
It's
in
not
January,
depending.
right? If Arsenal's sitting in 7th place in January, it's not looking too good. But if Arsenal's sitting in 2nd place in January, looks like we're gonna actually make Champions
stretch.
League.
You mean fourth?
Look, man,
Yeah.
transfer
That's
window's
much
not
better.
done yet. Lots of time, boys. Why don't you cool your jets?
Yeah,
Mister,
but what?
I just bought someone for the first time all summer.
What do you mean?
Chelsea.
We bought plenty of people.
Who?
Willie Caballero. We got
Bakayoko. Bakayoko's
Listen.
like your first signing.
Nah.
Let's get
Nasty,
into Chelsea anyway.
jealous.
You got Bakayoko and you got a
just
few
another
weeks
career.
ago Rudiger, right?
We'll
Yeah.
keep adding
Oh, yeah.
defenders and no number 9.
Don't need him. Just defend.
Doing
Score one
great.
goal.
No, that's not bad.
We got
Build up
Mishi.
from the back.
He's class. Gonna revitalize his career.
Oh, you're not.
Chelsea FC living up to
not.
the most boring football club in the Prem. Defend, defend, defend. Jose molded you. You're
Listen,
sitting. You're
Defense
sitting in
wins
that mold.
championships. Just telling you.
Actually,
Not this
Is
shit.
it sustainable though?
no. Jose
Cool,
did
you
not,
won one.
No.
Let's see how- let's see
Conte
when-
broke that mold because
Yeah.
he played the Chelsea way, and then he says, "No, I'm playing my way." Changed it up to a 3-5-2, and then they went for an unbeaten run. Like
Conte.
you haven't seen. Conte, whatever.
Well, you're
No,
saying,
not
you're saying
Conte.
Conte or Conte. I mean, student.
Well, no,
coaching
that's
the
no. Stop trying to switch the subject.
I'm not.
Jose did not give Chelsea their mold.
Or who did?
Conte.
Jose
The
did
manager.
give him the mold.
What are you talking
No,
about, bro?
Conte came in
Yeah, but
and
all-
adjusted, but like
No.
won
He
the
was.
league.
They were playing a different type of style,
Yeah.
and they started doing poor. And they said, "You know what? You're doing it my way
yeah.
now." And then they went for
Huss
that run.
agreed, but like when he came in,
No, it's just United trying to take credit for
What
Chelsea's
do you mean
championship.
United?
It's Jose
United
taking
fans.
credit
It's
for what
Jose.
he's
I
done.
I kind of see what Huss is saying, but he's just veering off again to the
No, no,
right.
but look,
All-
I hear
all-
what
all
he's
he's saying-
saying. That
and
he
what
came
they're
in and
saying
changed the
is- yeah.
system.
Yeah, you
What
guys
I'm
are giving
saying is that
Jose
there's been a
credit
tradition
for
of defense at
Chelse's.
Chelsea.
Dude, this
No,
guy.
what I'm
Okay,
saying-
hold on. When Jose came in 04-05, he
No,
transformed.
of course that. But that also transformed because of
no,
money.
I'm saying-
too far back, man. This team
Even-
won the league the year before Conte got there. So this is not like a tester 2004 team. This team literally won the league.
And then it went
Conte
to
came
10th.
in. Yeah, that's fine. But this team, the backbones were there, man. Conte came in, made 1 or 2 signings, and put the team up. Yes, Conte deserves all the credit. He changed the system. He revived the team. But to sit there and act like he came into to an Arsenal and completely flipped everything, a team that hasn't won in 20
I didn't say he
years.
completely
No,
flipped
but
it,
some
but I wasn't
credit-
giving Jose credit for the championship that they won this year.
I think you should because Conte only brought in 2 players. of
But he
that
also
team.
had the balls to start Victor Moses and Alonso.
No question. Dude.
And bring
Conte
back
gets
David
credit.
Luiz.
And he
Most of the
also
season.
changed Hazard's mentality, Fabregas' mentality. He brought
100%,
Matic back and brought him back from the dead.
100%.
He controlled Diego Costa.
But
Jose would have.
But 2 seasons
Who
before
brought in-
that,
who brought in
guys
Diego-
did
who
it.
brought in
It's
Diego
a bit of
Costa?
both.
You know?
You guys
That's
are
all I'm saying.
You're
Yeah.
too
No,
far
no.
on the left. You're too far on
No,
the right.
no, I'm not. I'm
I'm
saying,
saying-
I'm saying
it's a bit of both.
Both
No,
managers
no,
get credit.
it's a bit of
he
both.
says Jose gets none. I say both get credit.
I think he's like
Yeah, he
90-10
says
or 80-20.
Either
Sure,
way, it's a bit of both.
Sure, call it whatever
As
you
long
want.
as you're willing to give Jose some credit,
yeah,
that's all
Jose
we're
gets
asking.
some. That's all.
Hey, Brendan Costa.
Rudiger came in for £34 million.
Well,
in case
Van Gaal
you
gets
guys were
credit for
wondering.
your
Yeah.
6th place.
You know how much
Sure.
Roma? You know how much
Absolutely. We'll give it to him.
Roma bought him for 7.5 mil the year before.
That's handsome.
How's your inflation?
But look at Bakayoko's inflation. Let's talk about that one.
No inflation. It's accurate.
Roma's losing plays, man. Salah, then Rudiger.
Well, if you
They're
want to
rebuilding.
if we want to talk about
And Spalletti.
Roma, let's talk about them real quick. They're going for Mahrez, and Leicester's saying 40 million pounds
They're out for 20.
straight up. Now, because they sold Salah for 40 million, is that a straight swoop right there? I think Salah is so much better than Mahrez.
Because he's on Liverpool.
No,
Yes.
no, because of the I'm not even saying
Mahrez
that.
was player of the year.
I know, but I believe that.
That's why it's not
In a
so
league with
much.
Hazard,
No, I-
in a league with Alexis Sanchez, in a league with Aguero, in
But
a
I-
league with all these guys.
Ibrahimovic.
Mahrez
That's
won
the
it.
one-hit wonder. I think that Salah is going to have a better career than Mahrez. I think Mahrez
Salah
is about
hasn't
to
done
slide
shit,
down.
though. Salah got to the Chelsea, the promised land, the top 3 club, choked, and it was Chelsea's fault, manager, whatever. Either way, he didn't play well
good
enough.
enough.
Chelsea
He wasn't
He
good
didn't
enough.
play
Nah, it's
well
just the
enough
Chelsea
to
system.
get. He didn't play well enough to get himself into that 11.
Willian,
to be
Pedro,
honest.
Hazard.
Drops to AS
All
Roma,
over
which is
22.
more Tottenham, Everton level. Rebuilds his career, and now he's back.
I
to
just think
Liverpool.
I think
So I
Mahrez.
don't think he's had a good
It's not
career.
so much better,
Well,
bro.
I
He's
think-
just in better form.
Yeah,
that's
that's
all
it.
it is.
I think Mahrez is going to be sold for about 28 million.
Doesn't matter
30
what he's
million.
sold for. What we're looking at are the numbers next season. Who's going to be performing next
Well,
season?
while,
I think
we're,
that's
while
a lot.
we're on the topic of inflation, Kyle Walker
Here we go.
moves to Man City. You probably already
Let's
know
get into
this
that
from
debate.
the Spurs
The most expensive
Uh,
defender
for
is
a
an outside
whopping
back.
53 million pounds.
The most expensive defender
Is an outside back.
He's going to be world class.
Virgil van Dijk.
He's on the tip of world class,
Dude.
this guy.
He's on the tip of your dick.
Who beats
Dude,
Kyle Walker
Jesus,
one-on-one?
dude, I'm
Dude,
obsessed.
They're
Can you
set for
answer
like
that
the
question?
next
Dude,
6 years at
Who
least.
beats Kyle Walker one-on-one?
I'm obsessed with Trippier.
No,
He's no Kyle Walker.
No one
No,
beats
Kyle Walker.
Bro,
I
he's
think
in
this-
that Valencia class where it's like, when's the last time you saw him
Dude,
get
he's
beat 1-on-1?
He's in that Danny Alves class, dude, of defending, going forward. Look, he's
Ew.
almost there. Look, he's not
He's
there
not
yet.
there yet.
Come on, dude. All he's missing are goals. No one gets by Walker. No one gets by
No
Alves.
one gets by him.
So all he has to do is add goals to his game. He's going to a club that demands goals from their fullbacks.
And he's got
You're gonna
feet.
see
All right,
Walker.
you pick
I
him-
didn't
you pick
say
him
he
up in
didn't have
fantasy.
feet.
You said Trippier has
Dude, I
got
just
better
might.
feet than
I just
Walker.
might.
I
That's
think for what
blasphemous.
Pochettino wants, yes, he does. Probably Trippier
dude.
does with the
I
balls.
think
Hey.
Pochettino wanted Walker. Walker didn't want Pochettino. He wanted Pep.
Well, they had the falling out at the end of the year
Yeah, because he wanted the league.
he wanted the
Walker
league.
wanted the league.
because he was running his mouth before the season was over.
Either way, dude, Pep Guardiola wants you. This dude was like, Poch, I get what you're doing, but I'm out of here. Pep Guardiola wants me.
Well,
And he even said it. He said, Pep's going to make me a world-class player.
Another guy who Pep wanted back was Danny Alves, who we just mentioned. He snubs Pep, which
that
I
was
love.
great.
That's
That
why
was
they had to
nice.
force through this move for Kyle Walker. That's why Tottenham held
true.
out for the 53. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, they needed
true.
They
back.
matched 53. We're keeping him, but
City-
because
City
they
just
had
got-
no right backs. They sold all their fullbacks pretty much.
Yeah.
Clichy,
No,
Zabaleta's out.
they just let them all
They
go.
only have Kolarov.
Yeah, they
Yep.
did.
But dude,
Sanya.
Danny Alves goes to PSG for £12 million a year.
Yeah.
Like they doubled.
there's
He's
no
getting
taxes.
2,300 a week. City was going to give him like something like
125.
115, 125. They
Yeah.
double his wages. He's getting he's getting
And-
24
and you
over
know
2
what the
years.
best part of that
He's
deal
34
is?
years old.
The best
He's
part
getting
of that
20.
deal?
He's
He's
getting
still the
12,
best.
24 million more dollars.
He's still the best.
Dude, he
That's
gets
why
to
it's
live
just
in
fucked,
Paris.
man. That's
Still the best.
Living in Paris.
the
that's
best
a great
part.
move. And
And
living
what-
in Paris.
If we're going to talk about inflation, it doesn't matter. City has the money. Spend it because right now, Kyle Walker turned 27 in May. He's good for the next probably 6 years. Last time he got injured was 2014, 2015. He is solid. He is solid as can be.
He's a robot.
I
Yeah.
mean,
What's a robot?
He's a machine. He's a robot.
Certified.
Dude, so what were we saying? Walker.
About Danny.
Oh, that's
down
50
sorry.
mil.
That 50 mil is going to go to rolling into another rumor. It's going to go into Barkley. Tottenham is stepping up their chase for Barkley. They
I don't-
have the
I don't
50
get it.
mil.
I don't like that.
I do.
Look,
That's depth.
Yeah,
No,
that's a
I
depth
think
signing.
they get-
That's a kid who, if you bring him in 60th
He plays.
minute,
He plays
need a
over Harry
goal.
Winks. In my opinion, that's where he fits.
No,
in.
he plays for what's his name, Eriksson. You don't have to rely on Eriksson to play 50 games this year.
What is Eriksson leaves?
No.
Rotate, bro.
No,
Bro,
he
just
doesn't
like
come in
Chelsea
for.
get depth, man. He doesn't start. He's a number 10.
He's not coming in for Eriksson. If they want,
Nah,
no, because it's Max Mayer from Shocker.
Dude, but
He's going to be taking over for Eriksson.
No, because
he's the
there's no-
playmaker.
Yeah, but there's no
These
link
are also
purchase.
rumors.
Yeah,
These
that's
are
it.
also rumors.
Well, of course, yeah.
I think that he actually
Barkley literally came out an hour ago that what's his name? Tottenham is going to meet the $50 million price tag.
I think he
that's
fits in
absurd.
for
Way
both
too much.
Musa Dembele at that center midfield and the Eriksson 10. So he provides the balance of, okay, when Eriksson needs rest, he can play the 10. But also Dembele, we saw he got injured. I believe he got in some suspension trouble. So I think Barkley can play both positions, one better than the other. But
See,
I still think he's not going to play like Wanyama.
I disagree with you there because I think part of the problem Koeman's had with Barkley, or at least up front has had with Barkley, is that Barkley doesn't track back, man. So when you're playing that center mid,
Defending.
he's not going to keep out Wanyama. He's not going to keep out Dyer if they keep him. He's not going to keep out even Sissoko
definitely
could
not
play that.
Wanyama.
He's not going to keep out Dembele. He's not going to keep out Winks, who works hard in there. That's what I'm saying. The number 10, he's a kid who he's not being bought to start.
No.
He's not going to come in to replace Eriksson. I think he's going to come in to be an understudy for Eriksson because they have 50
I think
games,
that's a
dude.
bad move for
Well,
him.
look,
50 million's too
that's
much for
depth.
Barkley.
That's just
He needs
depth.
too much.
He needs to play.
He has been playing, dude. He's floundering at Everton.
No,
he
he's
needs
in
a
and
change
out.
of
He
scene.
needs in and out.
That's
you need-
exactly.
He needs to be in a
change of
club where
scene.
he's starting.
You need to pull
He
back.
was,
You need
dude.
to pull
He
back
was
the
starting
reins.
at Everton.
Need to pull back the reins on
Yeah.
Barkley. Put him in a team that's going to finish top
Yes, and
four.
put him in a
put
team-
better players
Yeah.
around
Well,
him.
like Chelsea?
Make him earn
No, like
his
Spurs.
way
Yes.
into the starting lineup.
But
I
is
think
he
that'll
worth
make him a
50
better
mil?
player.
No.
His
Look, I don't
potential.
think he's worth 50
potential.
mil.
I'm
but like-
thinking he's worth 25, 30.
That's
like
not in
is
today's
Lukaku
world.
worth 75?
Not in today's world.
No, I'm talking about today's world.
Well,
30 at
then-
most.
No,
No, the Premier League is
No
so
one's worth
inflated.
30
Fine,
today.
fine. We just talked about Salah and Mahrez
Fine.
going for 40. Would you say Barkley should
Yeah,
be
but-
more expensive than
but Where are
them?
they going?
He's
They're going
better.
to another league, like the cross league.
That's
Transfers
fine.
are different.
But
No,
it's
no,
just-
cross league is different.
I
Within
just
the
don't think
league,
50 is just
because
Ross
you're starting to
Barkley,
a rival.
Plus, Ross Barkley's 23 years old.
Okay.
Potential matters.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
I-
same reason Pogba
and-
went for so much.
and he's
the
homegrown.
skill versus potential as well. So
he's
you
a
have to look at
homegrown
this
player.
He's
guy's
another English
potential.
player for your team.
Which is
it's
good, but
homegrown.
it's,
Potential is insane.
Yeah, that's so the price
don't have
is
to like- you don't have to
price is
like
the
it, bro.
overhead. It's not the ability.
You don't have to like it.
no, that's fine. But I just,
The ability is 30. The other 20 is like homegrown. you're selling him to a league rival, quote unquote, because Everton and Tottenham are going to be scrapping.
Look, I got a perfect example. Bonucci yesterday went for 35 mil.
Yes, great one.
From Italy to Italy, 35 mil.
How old is he?
One of the
30
best
years old.
defenders in the world.
Easily, in my opinion, one of the top 3 center backs in the world. 35 mil goes from Italy to Italy to a cross-rival
Why?
team.
Why?
Why? Because Italy doesn't have that kind of money.
Exactly.
No, exactly.
And he wanted to leave. Bonucci wanted to leave. There was a bust up. He was leaving.
Yeah.
Chelsea was throwing 50, 60 at him.
Yeah.
Wasn't having a sniff at it. Goes to another Italian club for 35.
mil, dude. 35 mil, one of the best defenders in the
That's
world.
accurate.
So it's just
That's an accurate.
Yeah, it's
that's
the
a
TV
that's a
signing
2005 transfer.
that's a world
price,
record
you know?
breaker.
Yeah.
And, what was Ferdinand? Wasn't he like
Rio
30
Ferdinand
or
was like
something?
That's not even
31,
2005. I
32.
mean, that price probably would have happened like 5 years ago.
It's all inflated, man.
It's
But
all the league, the
EPL
TV
demands the
rights,
most
man.
money. So
Yeah.
even clubs outside of the EPL know
Jack
we
it
can
up.
get an extra 10, 20 million from these
We
clubs.
can hold out.
Easily.
They'll come
Yeah.
get it.
But then I think Tottenham should look elsewhere. I mean, I just don't think. Look, he athletic wise, top class, athletic wise, but he just does dumb things at some points.
Who's
And
this?
mentally,
Who's
Barkley.
He's 23
I know-
He's gonna
I know
do
he's
dumb
23.
things. Look at him technically. Yeah, athletically,
Dude,
we
all
know
the
that.
pieces
But look
are
at him
there, man.
technically. He
Yeah.
can ping from outside the
He can
box.
hold off
One
the
of your
ball.
favorite things you like.
In Tottenham,
He's both-footed. He's fast.
Tottenham will play, Tottenham will play into his style.
Not
too.
for 50. I'd take
And
him
if
for
you- if you
35.
see-
I'd go 40
There
the
goes
most.
that Liverpool
I'd
cheapness
go
right there.
35.
That's that
Well done,
Liverpool
Klopp.
cheapness.
That's why you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
aren't
now this is
signing
wound
anyone.
down.
See, Hussey's just hating on the fact that whenever Everton play fucking liver shitpool,
They lose.
Barkley goes out of his way to kick everyone on that field.
They still lose.
But that's also an intangible character trait that he has. Is this fighting spirit? You know, he
To
fights
kick people from behind.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
the
play-
slide
yes.
tackle late.
I'd rather
So
see
did Roy Keane.
someone
Roy Keane
getting
had that.
stuck in because they're losing than someone who just gives up in the game.
He's not
you know?
getting stuck in. He's just hitting people from behind.
That's fine.
It's getting stuck.
Call it what you want.
Yeah.
Bakayoko
Biased.
moving on to Chelsea. This is big,
What's
guys.
the price, dude?
This is big. 40 million.
Got the French
Flat.
national team in
40 million
midfield.
what? Euros?
Euros.
10 million
The
euros
yen,
less than
so
Barkley.
EE.
The
What's
EE?
the-
Yeah, that's
Those
euros.
euros.
Euros. 40 million euros for Bakayoko. Look, he might be the first 22-year-old to disprove my theory that anyone who's 22 and under won't make it at Chelsea. Now,
Dude,
I think
different
Matic
club.
needs to move out. I think some things need to happen for him to
So-
be an automatic starter, but the idea of N'Golo Kante and Timu Bakayoko.
that's evil.
Well,
It's
listen,
just
what
vicious.
happened? So Chelsea's gone on their preseason tour, and Matic was told he can stay home from the tour to find someone
With Diego
else to go.
Costa.
With Costa. So it looks like he's going out, and Juventus has been sniffing. So that could be.
Please,
he could be.
Juventus.
God help
sliding
me if he
there.
goes to United.
Please.
He better not go to United.
He better not. I don't want him there.
I don't want
He's
him.
Probably
too
gonna
good.
come to Arsenal. We'll take your
He's
scraps.
too blue.
He's good. he would be a great fit for Arsenal
Yeah,
because
he
he's a
would.
great holding
He's
midfielder.
actually a number 6.
That's exactly
He can
what.
play.
You know,
It would
now
be
you say
brilliant.
something that's exactly
Yeah.
what you need.
They're not going to buy him.
No, but we probably will take your scraps off that. Probably
You're not
won't.
linked with him.
That's
I
what
don't
we
see
do.
any news, and he's been available for the last
Dude,
month. I don't see anything. I hope, man, Arsenal have him, dude. I don't want this guy in my club. Now, to be clear, if he comes to my club, I'll support him because he's wearing the right colors.
'Cause yeah.
But I'll always see him as a blue deep down
Me
the
too.
side.
Like Mata.
Like Van Persie.
No, Mata's a red.
Like Van Persie is forever a goon. Forever. Yes, he hooked it up with a title.
We don't want him though. He's in
Forever a goon.
purgatory.
That's fine. Yeah.
He's in
listen.
purgatory.
No, look, we'll take him. We'll keep him. He hooked it up. He loves United, quote unquote. I don't know how an ex-Arsenal captain can love United, but that's a different thing.
Bigger club.
Traitor.
A little bit.
Champions.
Traitor.
That was Et tu Brute right there.
Dude,
Fucking
stick-
Judas.
Stick to Fenerbahce, bro. You're a Fenerbahce dude. That's what you are, Van Persie.
Bakayoko, man. Guys, dude,
Hell of a
this
signing,
midfield
dude.
in Chelsea is
Evil.
it's robot.
was
It's a
watching-
robot midfield.
I was watching a performance of his against PSG last year. They just highlighted on the Sports Bible, and bro, just class. He can do a little bit of everything.
He pings better than
And
Conte.
how old is he?
22.
He's a baby. He's a baby.
This is why this is a very smart signing. But it again with coinciding with signing him, you lose Chalobah to Watford. Loftus-Cheek's place now is looking like, all right, will Loftus-Cheek ever get
Who
a
was
chance
looking
in
at
the
him?
first
Loftus,
team?
I think.
Stoke or something.
Stoke of Bournemouth.
Yeah,
I
so
think.
like as you bring these potential world-class talents in or very good players in, you're also losing potential world-class
You're losing
kids
Lukaku.
who you're bringing through the Chelsea system. So I think that's a detriment to you. Now, you guys, you're a buying club. I think you'll always be a buying club, but it's sad that Chelsea's at the top of the youth in terms of like the amount of FA Cups you got, youth FA Cups you guys win, but you don't actually bring anyone
don't
through to
believe
your
We just make
first
money
team.
off him.
Like,
They have a farm.
They just fund our fund our
that's true.
transfers.
It's just
You could
crops,
make- you
growing
could make
crops. That
even
farm.
more
Listen,
money.
we just sold Traore, made like 16 mil off it. I don't know. I could look up the number of players we've sold, but we've probably made about 100 million. No, more if you count Oscar and Ramirez to China.
De Bruyne. Yeah, seriously.
Back in the day,
Schürrle,
Lukaku.
you made
But
we
even Oscar's
made
not
hundreds
like-
of millions of dollars.
Oscar, you bought off Internacional. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the guys who are literally the English guys who you're bringing up through your youth rank, man. And I think there's something to be said about maintaining that talent and I think Man United does a great job of that. As much as I hate you guys,
What was that?
You guys
You see
actually
that?
do a
what was
great
that?
job
Yeah.
of bringing up youth
Leading
talent
them through.
into the first team. Arsenal
Leading them
used
through.
to do it. We don't do it as much
have
now.
one guy
We
at a
have
time.
Iwobi. We bought a young guy.
Don't list Niles and all those weird
Nah,
dudes.
they're coming up.
They show
Yeah,
up
yeah.
during preseason.
Yeah, they're
they
coming
look
up.
silky as hell, and then get back down. We
They're
don't
coming
see
up.
them until the next preseason.
Not till FA Cup. They're coming up. But nah, Man U probably does the best job of it. Man
Definitely.
City's still slacking in that. But that's the thing. That's the thing that's going to take Chelsea, I think, to the next level. That could give you a dynasty if you're able to get that right.
That
Lead the
balance.
youth through and
But-
be a buying club.
But you know how you do that? Longevity in that manager seat. Because to start that program, you have to have a guy who's there for 5-6 years.
Seeing
to
the
sort of
seeing the
develop.
academy come
Continuity
through.
is the word.
I think
Conte's not going to come in and trust that the previous manager somehow, set up the youth system right. He's going to look at the league. He's going to say, oh, shit, man, United just got Lukaku. I got to power up, too. I don't have time to develop Shalaba.
But will the
into a
owner
world
ever
star.
let that happen? Because he's
I don't
all
think
for
the
your
owner
head.
cares, man. He's
right?
won a Champions League. He's won the league multiple times. Like, it's
Yeah.
working for him. Like you said, it's
all
just
about
their
first team winning.
blueprint. Yeah, their blueprint is first team.
But I mean, there's some guys that I think are gonna do it, but it's gonna take a little bit. Like Tammy Abraham, this guy's touted to be one of the best strikers, best
Yeah.
youth strikers in the world right now.
What's the name?
Matt Miazga.
Okay, now that guy's out.
What's his name? Not
Solanke?
Shalaba.
Solanke?
Oh,
yeah.
he went to Liverpool.
Solanke.
Yeah, another guy. Thanks, Huss.
Take him.
Good contribution right there.
Who else are you thinking?
Dude, he's this left mid black kid.
Kennedy.
No, not Kennedy.
He's Brazilian.
Oh, Marco
Brazilian.
Marin?
That guy sucks.
Okay. No, he was one of the best up and coming
Yes, he
talents.
was.
He was like
What happened? Where's he
Götze
now?
level. He went to Chelsea. That's what happened.
Where is he now?
I don't know. He's in Panathinaikos.
I think he
or some
retired.
shit like that, bro.
He's
in
at
Greece.
Panathinaikos?
Yeah,
Sucks.
bro. Olympiacos. He's at one of those.
Straight tanking.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Charlie Masonda. They just gave him a number, too, so I think he's going to be in the 23 man. I don't know if he'll see any time. This kid, his dad's name is Charlie, too. He also played football. Watch this kid, man.
He's nice.
As
Another
Hussey
baby.
likes
No,
him, I
it's
think
not
he's
that.
like a 90 speed. Like, he's super quick.
I want
man.
94.
And he's
Bro.
nice.
Bro.
Is there something to be said?
Chelsea-
all these Chelsea youth guys are all black guys. You notice that?
I love it.
Dude, and they're all
Straight
nasty.
Africa.
They're all beasts.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That's why
they're
they're
African
winning-
English dudes.
That's why they're winning the FA Youth Cup, dude, because these
Yeah.
guys are 28 years
Speed.
old, just killing it.
Bro, one of the saddest cases, Gail Kakuta. Do you remember him?
Yeah, the Frenchman.
Bro, I
Sucks.
thought he was going to be the next best. He was a Chelsea youth.
It
Again,
wasn't-
Gail
it wasn't-
Kakuta.
No.
Yeah, Gail Kakuta.
Gail
Chelsea youth.
Kakuta,
think
man.
it was-
Throwback underground name right
He's one of them.
there.
He's a lefty.
I don't
Yep,
think it was
lefty.
Kakuta.
He was
remember
tiny.
He's tiny, but he was nasty. He's
Yeah.
like Thunder-like.
Yeah.
You know, but Musanda's
He was like an
ball-footed.
advanced Sean Wright Phillips.
It was insane. He just could not get through
Got
to the first
dumped
team.
off, man. It's
Couldn't
like
get through.
Lucas Paisan is another one that's kind of. He just went out on loan the other
Yeah.
day. He's another one that's like this Brazilian kid. He's good. He got in a couple games 3-4 years ago. Straight
Not the
loan every
same.
year now. Done.
Van Hinkel, been on loan for 10 years.
Sucks.
So was De Bruyne, too.
on, man.
Lukaku was at, West Brom?
Come
hanging
on,
out,
man.
went to Everton on loan, and then Everton turned it permanent. Like,
Some of these guys don't suck. Some of these guys are actually legends in the making. You're just ruining it.
How are you going to get into a midfield over N'Golo Kante?
but look, I
Lead
don't
him in.
think,
How many
man,
competitions do you
Tom,
play in?
I don't-
Kante plays every minute.
Tom, I don't think it's ruining. I think the ruining comes from the guys they buy and bench, a.k.a. Batshuayi. That's a ruin. Shalaba, I don't think is ruined because they let him go. They cut him loose. He's going to go to Watford and play. They youth.
And
they
we
don't
got, and we
ruin
got
their
the
youth.
buyback.
De Bruyne, cut loose, let go, go develop. Lukaku, cut loose, go develop. It's the guys they bring in like
Kennedy.
Bakayako
Like Kennedy.
or Kennedy or Bakayako. If he doesn't pop, he's going to lose a year of development. Plain and simple. Whether they paid
It's a
80 mil,
Michi,
it doesn't
man.
matter. It's Michi.
Chelsea
man.
bastard, man.
They're
He's just-
desperate for a forward. They won't
he's
even
just jelly,
give
that's
him a
all.
chance. It's
I'm a
terrible.
little.
Yeah, it
I'll
is.
be honest, but
Little
it's
grapes.
sad. It's sad, really.
Not for us. We're
Player first,
thrilled.
man. I'm player first.
What else we got? Bussington.
West Ham.
Joe Hart.
Two things. One was Joe Hart. They're going for him.
Excellent.
Mark Noble just came out saying that.
That's a mistake, man. Randolph is nice.
Okay. Mark Noble just came out saying that Joey Hart needs to. He deserves more respect from everyone else, from the clubs. I mean,
Pep knocked that shit down.
Yeah.
Yo,
Pep came here and was like, I'm not even gonna trust you.
Yo,
to
he
make a
neutered. He
No
neutered him.
No feet.
Go to Torino, Serie A. See ya.
I mean, for West Ham,
That was you
Hey,
want
you
Tom,
start for your country.
Tom, you're all about the players. Yeah, well, I mean, this is
I
This is
disagree
abuse.
with that. He should have kept him in.
This is
I
abuse.
better than Claudio Bravo.
Or at least put him in second and let him fight for his place. Like
Yeah,
straight
don't-
up, like I don't even want you training with us. Like what?
this
Like,
could be a
that was
great
gross.
signing for West Ham. Like this,
Yeah. You know who should be sniffing at this?
no, not Liverpool.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't think it's that much of an
well,
upgrade on
doesn't have-
Mignolet.
He
It
doesn't
is.
have. I don't
No,
think. he
not
has
Joey
feet.
Hart.
They want feet. The next
He's a
guy they
better
bring
goalie.
in.
He's a better goalie than Mignolet.
He
You
is.
can get him on loan.
He's a better goaler.
Why
Yeah,
like,
but then nah.
His feet don't suck.
The
though.
thing
He
is, you
doesn't
have a
stone
long-term-
feet. Like people are acting like, look, he doesn't have the best feet, but he's not Ben Foster.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you know what I mean?
the thing is, those managers don't want to go half with a guy, especially a guy that old. If Joey
he's
Hart was-
30.
yeah, dude, but he's not gonna develop feet like a guy you can bring in from Spain.
All right,
That's what I mean.
developing.
Like,
Okay, all right.
yeah, you don't want to put in that development time, so you just ship him off. Same with Liverpool. I think Liverpool will put in time on a guy like Mignolet because he's been there a while. He's in the system, but you're not gonna buy a guy to patchwork for 2 years at the goalie position.
I would
because
be-
he's
Liverpool
so
got
far.
bigger issues than goalies, man. I swear, you
It's
guys
one
need
of
a
the
left
issues.
back. Yeah,
Enough of the left back.
Oh my
They got
God!
the
we're gonna
best
have
left
to
back in the
this
league.
all on
No,
Facebook.
I was going out with
dude.
Stewart today.
Dude, I can't
I think
wait
it was
for
you
Ra-
and me versus
Big
Stu and
I
Tom.
can't wait for Rashford to get a bite of Milner this year.
I hope
You're
you
gonna
guys make
see
Champions
Milner.
League just so you realize the level, and Milner gets shat on all
No,
stage.
okay. Again, what I said was, I think Milner, he's not mediocre. He's
World
good.
class.
But when it comes down to the secondary for Moreno, he didn't allow Milner to take a break. So Milner kept playing and playing and playing the whole friggin' year. Yeah, at 31 years old, he got tired by the end of the year.
that's
but
what's gonna happen this year.
but now they're looking
Why
at
didn't
they're
he allow him
looking
to
right
take a
now they're
break?
looking at Hull's Robertson.
Hull.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Let's go to Hull.
What
Get a
is
guy.
wrong with Bertrand? I don't get what is wrong with Bertrand.
I want Bertrand. I wouldn't mind
I don't
PVA.
get
This is why
I
I'm
was like,
saying
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
have a
I was
level of
gonna
like
say
mediocrity
Van Aanholt.
that you're accepting. You know what I mean?
Van Aanholt.
I can't say God.
Ben Alton and Holton.
I would like him as backing up Milner.
Yeah, Van Aanholt can play too, man. But you have this level of mediocrity that I just don't understand. You could have went for a guy like Rodriguez, who AC Milan snuckily got. Like
I mean, you guys
coulda
could have
got that
too.
guy too. Like, look,
You guys
No,
still
they
need.
got
we
Nacho.
got a
You
guy
got to
on the free.
replace Nacho.
Good, but
the LACs.
I
we got
forgot
him on the
about- I
free.
forgot he went-
So
came
we
over
already
for the
did
free.
that. And to my
You guys
surprise,
put
we
a-
actually
put a
addressed
Liverpool.
the weakness. So I think this is a classic Liverpool thing where you're not your purchases suck, bro. Let's just be honest.
No, I think
Let's just
they're
be honest.
looking
No,
for.
it's definitely true.
It's hit or
No
miss.
number
They're
nine,
looking
no
very hit or
defenders.
miss. with
I
Liverpool.
really still think Virgil will go through. That's
70 million.
That's
You think
more
that's going to
hope.
go through?
That's more hope than
and then also
Yeah. What do you think about that price?
Or
Yeah.
Keita.
How much do you think it should be
Keita.
for?
hey, you know what? I was hoping that would go through for 50, but I figured 55, and now it's 70.
Well, Keita's another one. He wants like 70.
Yeah, that
A right back at
bid
70
50
mil.
something
Naby
already.
Keita.
No, he's a
No,
center.
he's sentiment. He's kind of like
Yeah, 70 million for
He-
him.
he's
70
dynamic
million
in the
for
middle.
He's
Holden.
content.
He's
He's
Virgil.
like more
He's
creative.
dynamic.
More creative.
Yo, man, just gonna spend money. Chelsea's gonna spend money. Look at Liverpool dropping 70 mil on a center back potentially. I would love to see you do it because that's just ludicrous.
No,
70
it'd be a
million
good
for
buy.
Virgil.
Dude, he's $5
That's
million
the-
cheaper than Lukaku, who scored over 20 goals the last 3 seasons. Really, Virgil?
Or for a holding midfielder,
Oh,
75,
year?
70
Really?
million.
At 70?
Dude, Virgil's
really.
class, man.
Dude, he's class.
What
He
if-
would
what if he fuck
stabilize
up
the
his
shit out of
knee?
that team.
Fair
No, his
enough.
ankle.
His
At
ankle?
70 million, though.
Really?
It's the Premier League, all inflated prices.
It's
You got it.
supply and
You're right.
demand.
That's
Look,
my guy.
there is inflated prices, but he's double Bonucci. There's a limit.
How old is he?
I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that.
He's double Bonucci. Stop it, man. You can go out there and find other defenders like a Lindelof, decent kid. Like, you know what I
How
mean?
much
Like,
you get him for?
He might not be Virgil. Shit.
30 something, 33.
30.
I think it was like, yeah.
That's a guy.
Eric Bailly last year was what, 20?
Dude, you see
Well,
what I
last
mean?
year was a
Peanuts.
There are
last year
guys-
was a different beast because they didn't. I mean,
But we
they
still
had money,
took a
but not
risk
like they do
on
now.
Bailly, you know what I mean? Like, you don't
here's
need
the
to
thing.
drop
Ben-
70 on Virgil. You
he's
don't
the
need
one.
to.
See,
No, that's
here's
desperation.
desperation.
Here's
It's
the comparison.
desperation.
Last season, last summer, Man U buys Eric Bailly.
good for another
Liverpool buys
9 years.
what's his name with K?
Center back.
Clavin.
Who? Clavin?
You buy Clavin.
No, you got him on a free, didn't they?
Well, no, we also
I'm
got
just saying-
Matip. We also don't compare.
Oh,
it to
Matip
Klopp.
came on the
It was-
free.
Yeah, it was Matip versus Bali. I mean, it is what it is.
Pound for pound.
Yeah, no,
Bali's way
pound for
better.
pound, Matip was free.
Pound for pound. Look at Clavin.
Pound for
Why?
pound.
why
Pound for pound.
we-
I'm just saying,
No, he's
spending
talking about
70 million.
purchase defenders.
Oh.
No,
not
pound
free
for pound.
defenders. So
For-
he purchased Clavin.
I mean, I'd have
And
to
we
look that up
purchased
because
by-
that's.
I'm not talking price wise.
Look it up.
Similar price range. You know.
Yeah.
we
No,
didn't-
I
we
don't know.
didn't-
Wait,
saying-
I'm not talking about price, but similar price range. I mean, you're talking price and
I'm
not
talking over
price.
the top inflation. We didn't pay 40 million for Eric Bailly. We got a solid.
No, you paid
potentially-
100 for Pogba.
Yeah, that's fine. This
That
guy's
was on
this
inflation.
guy is
Look,
this guy's gonna be
midfield-
here for a decade.
Yeah, midfield and this dude's jersey sales through the roof, man. He's out there hanging out with Jamie Foxx.
He's recruiting players. damn it.
He's
Yeah,
recruiting players. This 100 mil was a business deal. Look, center mid and attack. If you want to drop 100 mil on a
That's
on
why
a
I'm not
center,
judging him for Keita.
Yeah.
I'm not judging you for
dude.
that.
If you want to drop 70 on a forward winger, go for it. On a defender, center back. The
There's
guy who's
there's
not
other
involved
guys out
that-
there.
that
How much would you pay for Bonucci?
for Bonucci?
35, 40,
50.
'Cause he's 30.
What? There's only
Or
two
50.
guys who you pay 74. Maybe Sergio Ramos. Is
Bali
a
was
definite.
No.
was
Never.
38 million.
I'd pay
Sergio
that.
Ramos, 100.
dollars.
No,
No,
Sergio
I'm
Ramos,
just saying,
pounds.
like
I'm saying
31
70
euros.
plus.
What's that
That's
in
all I
pounds?
mean. Like
Yeah,
70
32.
plus.
But I want to make it clear
Right.
that I do
30,
have a
34,
defender who
33.
could be $100 million in
Yeah.
my eyes. Sergio Ramos and what's his name?
David Luiz.
No,
Yeah, you
John
wish.
Terry.
No, man. Pick.
PK.
Pick.
It's Pick.
30 million pounds.
Yeah, I'd pay 100 mil for Pick.
No way.
This
100 mil?
I got a little nugget here. Just came out. Bayern confirm that AC Milan is interested in Renato Sanchez.
Oh, that's gonna be the next
God.
one.
Yo,
Why
this
is
club,
no one else all over this?
this club is gonna be so.
Why is
real.
Arsenal not all over Renato Sanchez?
Here's the details.
I don't understand.
They're looking for a 2-year loan with an
this-
option to buy
Good old
with
2-year loan.
for the 40 million euro,
They're flipping the game.
35
on
million
Bayern.
pound,
They haven't got you in 2 years.
Yeah,
I mean, we gotta talk
you
about
just
Milan.
got
with
Jose,
option to buy.
James Rodriguez. We didn't bring that one up. I know it was a little while ago, but James Rodriguez.
2-year loan?
2-year loan with an option. Like
Bayern got the best
35
business,
million
bro.
option. How, dude? They
got
got
the best-
Koeman.
I don't know how they do
gave
it.
Kingsley,
Koeman basically
2-year loan.
Koeman a 2-year tryout essentially.
And then
All
got
he
him for-
said was pay
It's the smartest business of all
Gone for
time.
20 million euros or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
something crazy.
I don't get it.
But then, Bayern sent Benatia
Yeah.
to Juventus, so they kind of probably did a backdoor kind of handshake type of thing.
Yeah,
but
we
if we're-
know all about the
And
back
Douglas
door. don't you?
Costa,
let's
actually.
stay with AC Milan.
Let's do it.
AC Milan going for Bellotti,
What up, Chelsea?
and
Love
then
it. If he goes to Milan or goes to
They're-
Chelsea,
But
I
you
love
know
it.
who else they
offering
going
Tari-
for? Sorry.
so Torino wants 80 million euros. Torino, plus
worth it.
plus Niang and Plata.
Worth it.
So
Go.
Gabriel Plata.
I don't know.
Paletta, and then but AC Milan came back and said we're only going to give you 40 million euros and those two guys.
And you know what AC is going for while they're at it? A bomber bang.
You know who else they're going
after
for?
all your
GOON.
victims. Yep.
They're going for the world.
Chelsea,
after-
Chelsea, and
Chelsea
Milan
has
are
to
linked
wait
to the
for
same
AC.
3 people.
Chelsea has to wait for AC to finish their business. Have to wait for United to finish their business before they can get in.
Scraps.
Just a nameless,
Anything left at the table?
soulless, empty club.
got Mishi.
All right, you're just buying championships, motherfuckers.
I hate it.
Okay,
can't
winning is
stand
winning.
Juventus is in trouble though, man. Juve's definitely in trouble. I
Allegri,
don't think this year, but the year after this year.
This is
Yeah.
when you should get Allegri to be the coach of Arsenal.
No. We still got 2 more years with Wenger.
Debatable.
Honestly.
If he comes in 5th again this year, he's out.
No, he's
And
not.
Chelsea's
If
bid.
what-
What
Champions
evidence?
League?
What? Yeah.
No. That the evidence. There is no evidence, but this
There's
would
no
be.
evidence.
Yeah, but this would be a. Oh, I forget the name for it, but like this would be like a
Consecutive?
determining factor.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, historically, if you were the fastest player, then all of a sudden you get out sprinted on 3 sprints by Michael Carrick.
Mike Hahn,
It's-
Gareth Bale.
It's going to be a bit in question. So if he misses Champions League twice, having made it for 20 years, I think that is realistically where he might be out of a
I've
job.
literally seen no evidence to suggest that Wenger will ever be fired from Arsenal. None at all.
Yeah, I mean,
And
until it happens, there's your evidence. You know what I mean? Like, it's like saying I've never seen any evidence I haven't. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna until you die, if that even exists.
Love the
I'm
analogy.
going with the safe bet.
Love the analogy.
Going with the safe bet.
Well, what about pet heaven?
But
Hey,
Juventus,
Wenger will be there until he gets fired. Yeah, obviously.
Juventus knows.
Not
That's
obvious.
retires.
Or he could retire. It's not obvious.
Yeah. But
So-
like, even if he retires next year, we know he's not retiring. He said he wants to keep managing.
Yo, he's been retired for the
almost
last
went to
4
Monaco.
years.
That's-
So anyways, get back on
He's
Juventus.
been retired since 2004. Let's call it what it is.
Oh no!
I'm invincible. I'm done.
Yo, you should just make Sanchez player manager. Keep him there. And then you take away.
I'm Wenger out, so
You take
it's just
Arsene.
sad.
You just give him
It's just
Arsene's
sad at this
contract. Like
point.
whatever money we're going to give to Arsene, we give it to you, Sanchez. You be player, manager.
Then he gets his
You be
wages.
like the Bill Russell. So
Well, there
Juventus.
you go again, crossing sports.
Yeah. If you don't know who
go to
Bill Russell,
resist.
Celtics. Here
If
we
you know
go.
who Bill Russell is, what should we do if we don't know who Bill Russell is? Tell us what we should do.
Find a bridge, jump off it. Anyways, so Juventus, they know they're in trouble with AC Milan because they just said no to Chelsea's €100 million offer for Higuain.
Higuain. Almost.
Yeah.
Pronounce
But
an E
that
with an H.
is
I don't understand that buy. I'm so glad they said no to that. No way I want that fatso at the club.
Why?
Scorer, though.
I think he's built perfectly for the Prem. Strong guy, plays solo, plays good with a
Too
partner.
slow.
Doesn't need to be fast.
Too slow.
Costa
faster
is
than
not
Costa.
very fast.
Costa doesn't have pace. Feed the ball to his feet.
He's Costa's faster than
By what? Like
Costa-
half a step, dude. Give me a fucking break.
Costa's pretty fast.
Yeah,
You're underrated Costa.
Even speed, if anything.
No
it's like
way,
one's
dude.
got acceleration, the other one's kind of got top speed.
Higuain has better dribbling, but he's slower than Costa, who has shit dribbling. So they,
No way,
they
Costa's
meet in
got
the middle.
just sporadic dribbling.
It's out of control.
It's
Solid
It's out of
70.
control. I love watching him dribble.
Solid 70.
ugly, dude.
by
The ball
Farid.
just kicks off his feet, kicks off other players' ankles and stuff, and he still has
It's the
possession.
FIFA wall pass.
It is.
Look, I'm gonna have to cross sports one more time.
Oh, God.
So by Freak on Fatso reminded me of the best contract of all time. When Manny Ramirez went to Japan to play baseball and he had unlimited sushi in his contract.
That was great.
Like, oh, you can eat sushi.
Like 45 years old. Yeah, unlimited sushi. He gets put up in his own hotel.
Yeah, I want the
and
money, but I want sushi.
Optional games.
Yeah, hey, you give me plenty of money to buy sushi myself, but nah, I want it free from you. guys.
Unlimited,
No.
bottomless.
Unlimited wasabi, unlimited soy sauce, unlimited ginger. I want it all.
My
I'll,
favorite.
I'll, go, I'll
Ramirez
go cross
is
sports
the
with you. Pablo Sandoval, the fattest guy in baseball.
Oh my god.
Playing third base, got $49 million left in his contract. Makes no sense.
He's on like Pawtucket right now.
He's
He's
terrible.
He's on the minor
Back
league
to
team.
back to the footy world.
yeah, hey.
I have a transfer going the other way out of England. Hussey's boy Nolito, adios, my friend. Going back to Spain.
PFC.
You know what?
Oh, no.
They just signed him last year for about 14 mil. He's moving back to Sevilla now for about 8 mil.
All right, here it is. West Ham is going for Anatovic.
Who?
Anatovic.
Oh, okay.
One of the Bash brothers.
28-year-old.
So they're going for him for $30 million. Nolito could have went to West Ham. I think he would have done very well at West Ham.
He's an
No,
EPL
Lito's
fraud,
older.
bro.
No.
He's over it. He's over the weather. He's over the
Yo,
physicality.
Yeah.
He's over
here's
it.
a quote
He wants
He's
free
going to
tapas.
Sevilla,
Here's a-
Spain.
here's a
Yeah.
quote
Sevilla's
from
a
the-
solid club.
A quote from Nolito. He says last month he claimed his daughter's face has changed color due to the English weather.
Yeah, bro. He's over
He was
it, man.
done with it, man. He was not staying in
What, you
England.
couldn't keep her
West
tan
Ham.
going?
Fuck London. I'm going back to Spain.
Dude,
I don't blame him, dude.
a major one. I don't know if we got into this when we were in the Arsenal neighborhood, but a big one. Theo Walcott being linked.
Theo.
Yeah, we touched on it, but I like to get in depth on this.
Yeah, you want to talk about ruining players' careers?
30
Let's
30
talk about
What are you
this
talking
one.
about?
I
He
think
ruined his
30.
own.
I
He's
think
been at the club for 10 plus years.
Doesn't play.
He plays every game.
Do they
No.
give him a fair shot?
Look, Theo's actually like he's become more clinical as he's gotten older. The sad thing is he just hasn't fulfilled his potential.
Never lived
From
up.
being
Ever.
a 16-year-old who roasted Liverpool in that Champions League game
Hey, no.
to a guy who why are you making that face?
It was one game.
To a guy who just
Roasting.
he's never broken 20 goals
Broken his-
in the EPL.
You know what his
Spirits,
problem was,
broken
man?
The fans' hearts.
He had the wrong manager, and not for development, but he saw himself as a forward. The manager didn't
Well, he
want
wanted
him
to
as a
keep
forward.
pushing for it. That was the dumb thing. He's like, I'm number 9. I'm
Yeah, but-
number 9.
That was
Look,
late
I
in his
don't. I have no
career.
problem with him doing that, but if your manager's not going to give you that, you have to leave. That's where he struggled, man, because there was that time, that 2 years or so, where Wenger really didn't see him as a number 9, but stopped playing him out on wing as sort of a punishment and played him behind Giroud, and I forget who the other forward was before Lexi. So that stunted his career, man. He kind of got in his own way, but at the same time, the manager got in his way, and he stayed at Arsenal too long. If he had gone maybe to Tottenham at the time when they had Defoe and stuff, and try to play striker there, maybe he could have made something happen.
Would have
Who
been
knows?
hated. Look, I have such a love-hate relationship with Theo, man, because I love him because he's one of the originals
He's
to me,
through and
man.
through, yeah.
Yeah, he's a gunner through and through. I love him for that, but at the same time, the hate part is just I get frustrated with him. I get so frustrated with him, whether it's his dribbling, his close control. Like, how long have you had to work on that? his finishing, like I said, has gotten better, but just hasn't reached his potential. And I think at some point, man, we have to let him go. I don't want to.
Maybe
it's
he
kind of
did.
like that emblem, but Man United let Rooney go.
Maybe he did hit his potential. Maybe everyone just had too high of a potential for him.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
what
think,
That's all I mean.
I think Arsenal's
Still-
to blame. No, I think not to bring Fergie into this debate, but I think if he had a manager like that would push him and demand more. Where Wenger was like, oh, he's like stealing from Southampton, young boy. You know, he's gonna be the prodigy. You know, he coddled him too much. I think you got to be strong and firm with these guys. You know,
Look,
I
that's
don't think
definitely
Wenger's that
possible,
type of
man.
manager.
I think Theo just
And I
sucks.
think you're right.
He's more of like, oh, I'll let you mature or naturally as you go. You know, the pure essence of the wine, whatever French. You know,
bullshit.
French bullshit.
Dude, I think you're right because we've seen Wenger, man. His development with the youth, I think, has become
It's too soft.
overrated. Because we look at guys like Ramsey, Jack Wilshere.
But they have
They are
potential.
really-
They have everything, but like
you have
the
special
tenacity.
guys though,
you know,
like
the-
Cesc. He lived up to it, right?
Yeah.
There's certain
Well, he was
guys who
Barca.
made it.
Yeah.
Van Persie as well. Yeah, but either way, he was a youth guy, right? But
He came there at
then there's
16, dude.
There's Walcott, there's
Started.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, who potentially might want to leave now. There's
But
certain
Liverpool-
youngsters.
Got went to
to
Liverpool.
Al's point, though.
On a free.
To Al's point, was there a guy, an Arsenal player of recent time who played at Arsenal, say, since 12? Because you bring up Cesc, but this dude developed at Barcelona. You bring
100%.
up Oxlade, Southampton, Walcott, Southampton. Was there an Arsenal player in the first team that came through when he was 12 and went all the way through, like a Lingard,
Ashley
Rashford,
Cole?
Alex
that
Iwobi.
type?
Alex Iwobi's been
Okay.
there since he was 6.
Cool.
Maybe he's not the first
Yeah,
one.
but he's got these
But, like,
guys'
that's
uncle
it.
teaching
Like,
him
in the
all the
most-
tricks. I
in
mean,
the most-
he's
Oh,
got.
so you're gonna smoke that away, right? Yeah, get out of here, bro.
No, but like even him.
He's
Like there's
breaking
only,
in.
but like before him, like it's
No,
been
no, there's
20,
not a
it's
lot.
been since
They haven't been a
2004.
lot.
He
No,
brings
they
in the
have not been a lot.
teenagers.
So-
he brings them in later in the career.
But this makes you ask: is he really that good at developing youth talent, or did he pluck youth talent that was going to be good anyway? Fabregas could have gone to Watford, and I think he would have been a baller, and then picked up eventually. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was destined to be
destined
world
to be
class.
great.
Oxlade, I think he was destined to.
I think
be a
he's
top
self-made,
four player.
Oxlade. Like he's made himself.
That's what I'm asking.
know,
I'm
yeah.
like, these kids he bought were gonna be superstars anyway, or big talents. Is Wenger really a good youth player developer?
Well,
I don't know.
I think
why do
later
they,
in his
why do they all
career.
keep going there then?
No, you know why? He
Youth,
is.
I think the
'cause
romance.
He is
the
good.
romance of Arsenal.
He's just
If you're
overrated.
plucking
That's all it
contract-
is.
Who's he developed himself that we can point to, except like this?
No, from within.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Oh,
But there's
even-
guys like Henry, there's guys like Van Persie.
no, but look
with
how
whom
far back
he-
you have to go. I agree, but
he
like
converted, right? So this thing, like Walcott wanted the conversion from winger to striker.
Sanchez.
He did that with TT. He did that with Van Persie. So
Sanchez.
you win your argument. There's no one in Arsenal who's all the way. You win that. I'm not.
no.
like,
But even
let's, like
okay.
let's get past that. Now
Yeah,
I'm
let's
just
get
saying
past it.
he's overrated in terms of that, and that's why I think he's overrated because there's not a lot of guys he's brought up through the Arsenal youth system. But the young talented guys he's gotten, I think
No, he's got an eye for talent, man. He's got
tweaks
he's
to
got
improve their game.
He's got an incredible eye for talent. He lives and breathes the game. He watches
here's-
hundreds of games a year
but
to scout.
But does he? Is
No,
my
he does. He
question.
does these things.
But
Like
since
he's
you're
vigilant
quoting-
as fuck. Like he has no life outside of the game.
No, but
you know?
none of them do. My point
No,
is.
they're like Fergie retired. He's like, oh, this is great. I should have retired years ago. You know, Wenger's
No,
like, I can never
agree,
retire.
But so does
Like, if he-
Pulis. Pulis says that. I mean, all managers say they can never
But
retire.
dude, Wenger
not
cuts
questioning the
himself
work
as
rate.
such an isolated figure.
I
you know, in the
agree, but
football
I'm saying if you look at Wenger since Henry, Van Persie,
Yeah.
he got Walcott real young. What has Walcott done? Hasn't flourished. He got Oxlade real young. What has Oxlade done? Hasn't flourished. You got Ramsey. You got Wilshere.
yeah.
You got. I could list so many players. I can keep going.
This is
Look
why
at
I
your
say
roster.
he's overrated in terms of youth development.
I think
is he bad?
I'm saying
he's
I'm
not
saying
bad,
I think
but he's not the greatest.
No, I think he got no, he's not the greatest. I think he got lucky with getting Van Persie. I think Van Persie would have been good anyway. Cesc, Henry, converting all those guys. I think it's like getting
That's not
Bobby
luck.
Lawton, dude. You know what I mean? Like
it's not, especially with Van Persie. With Henry, he's a slightly different
no,
case.
fair
He was
enough.
on
But like, look how
Juventus.
far back we
But-
have to go. Is my point is that I think that was luck when he developed Van Persie, Henry. I think he was having a golden era, golden time. Since then, bro, there's been nothing even close. Not
but-
even scouting
But how
talent.
are you
Not
going to
even
chalk that up to
purchasing.
luck? How are you not going to give him credit for that? Because when you say luck,
Because
it can
I
happen
haven't
to
seen
anyone.
it since then. I haven't seen
can
it
happen
since
to
then.
anyone.
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying. I
There's no
think
track
this
record.
suspect.
I
I think he's suspect
I
on
think he's
youth
just
development.
Suspect coach.
I think he's a burnt out guy. That's really what I think.
Been
he
burnt
is.
out since 04,
He
man.
does too much at the club. He doesn't strictly focus on one thing. He's running all the sessions.
He
apparently.
finally changed
He's
his
trying to do the transfer
formation.
stuff.
I think my
Yeah, copy
my
paste.
tune on Wenger is changing as his career develops.
His
He
legacy's
hasn't
getting
developed
worse.
too much talent.
Watch him fucking
Alexis
kill it this year.
Sanchez is a purchase guy. Ozil is a purchase gun. Like, who has he developed? Even like Chambers, he's bringing in from Southampton.
Rob Holding.
was a
Rob
purchase.
Holding's another guy's brought in now. Rob Holding, but I think he's self-made at this point. I think he is enough within him. But hey, you need tutelage from somewhere. I think this
just haven't
season coming
seen
up.
him do an Henry since
Yeah.
Henry, or Van Persie since Van Persie, or Cesc since
Well, that was
Cesc.
supposed to be Jack.
I think he's suspect.
Jack
Even
Wilshere.
Jack.
No, I'm saying it was supposed to be him.
Jack's got the injuries, man.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
the thing.
Too many
with Jack.
cigarettes.
I think this season.
Suspect Wenger, yo.
This
I'm
season for
watching.
Arsenal, man, is gonna be huge for Wenger as far as reputation-wise, like we're saying.
Yeah, dude, his fucking his
but
name
see,
is on the line.
we're gonna see what he's made of, man. Because you finish fifth, you get no Champions League, all league, you get Europa that he's stuck in, unfortunately. But focus on the league, and if he fails again after the season, then the stuff we're saying now maybe will be a little bit more true
Dude, if
come
you
the end
look
of the
at it,
year.
yeah,
you
it
know,
Still
is
won't
like,
be fired.
Fair
Still
enough.
will
You gotta
not
win
be
Europa.
no, he won't be
though.
fired, no doubt. You got 2 years on that
Bro, if
contract.
we get Lamar, Alexi stays, Lacazette's in here now. And
You got
actually
the number
address
9 was
defense
huge, man.
with
The
number
number
6.
9 was huge.
Yeah.
You got
Finally, we have a guy who's
Yeah.
like an all-purpose forward.
Yeah.
I know I always shit on Giroud. He's two-dimensional.
He's your system. He's
in
an
my
Arsenal
opinion.
system forward.
Yeah, bro, he's
I
perfect,
agree.
man. He can actually dribble at guys. He's left, right. He can hold the ball up. He can shoot from distance. That's the kind of player you need nowadays if you want to do well.
Yeah, I agree.
I got a nugget.
Shoot it.
This is,
Chick-
this is,
chicken-
this is great.
You got any dipping sauce?
Man United
Glory, glory.
releasing one of their youth academy players,
no,
There's no room.
Yanazai.
Oh.
What did I say about this
Real
guy?
Sociedad, 10 mil.
When they
Sucks.
gave him his contract and they gave him the 11, I was like, dude,
No, he was bequeathed the 11 from the one and only Ryan Giggs.
still, man.
Handed
it was-
him the shirt.
It was
He
too
queefed
early.
that. He queefed on that.
Bequeathed.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that word.
It's too early. Love the kid.
Nah, this
but
guy-
He had like 4 good games towards an end of a shitty season.
Moyes thought he was getting off. There was offers of 30 mil being thrown around.
Should have taken it.
I
Well, hold
know.
on.
Pretty
Hold
ado.
on. Jose even cleaned house. Bastian Schweinsteiger, you're gone. Wayne Rooney, you're pretty much gone early in the season last year. But he saw something in Yanazai to keep him around for another season. At least throw him on loan to bring him back.
I
You know,
think
'cause
that was
he-
no, I don't think he saw something. I think he was just giving him a fair
chance,
shot.
yeah.
Like, look, go over to Sunderland. If you make noise, we'll bring you in. Look at
But he was
Andreas
he's always
Pereira.
ruthless, man. So to give this guy a chance means he's like, oh, maybe we could use this
I
guy.
don't think he's that ruthless, man. I think he
When it
hits
comes to
one
youth?
player.
Jose?
Jose,
No.
it's either you got it or you don't, man.
He
Like,
loans you until you want to leave. He never sells youth. Lukaku left. Like, if you read about it, like Jose has explained
what it
this.
is
I
is
changed my
in
mind.
terms of selling him, but he doesn't give him a chance. Is what I mean when I
Yeah,
think
but Andreas
ruthless.
Pereira's coming in
You know what I
now.
mean?
Andreas Pereira was out on loan historically the
This
last
is only
3
Jose
seasons.
for a year.
No,
So when you talk about this new Jose,
I've
who's
been
like
talking
giving
about him
guys
since
a
he
chance,
came into United.
Okay,
that
that's
this is that
new.
dude.
That's new. That's not Jose's track record
correct.
Of what?
of him dealing with youth.
No, he only buys like 26
He
or
changed
Oh
27.
yeah,
once
but
he
he's
got to
not harsh
United.
but he's not harsh to youth. He doesn't. Sure, he doesn't give him a chance, but like he'll send you out on loan. Like what he
Yeah.
did to Pereira, not Pereira, to Yanuza, I'm saying is normal.
No, there's no malice in terms of him trying to ruin a guy's career. I don't think that. But all I'm saying is, when I say harsh, I mean he's not going to give you a chance in his team.
I think he will
That's
if you're good
harsh.
enough for his team. The problem is Lukaku wasn't good enough to replace Drogba, so he was like, all right, Lukaku, unless you want to wait 5 years, off you
De
go.
Bruyne was a baller.
De Bruyne wasn't replacing Robin. You know what I mean? Like
Robin,
No,
been
no,
there.
not
no,
Robin,
it's
sorry,
Fontaine.
not Robin. Hazard, like you know what I mean? Like, look, he was a baller. De Bruyne was a baller, but I think Jose looks at the starting lineup.
So
If
you
you're not
don't
good
think he
enough-
was harsh until he got to Man United?
Look, I think no, I don't think he was harsh. I don't think he was harsh, man. I think he just looked at players and said, "Will this youth guy develop better than my starting 11 player?" And if there was no,
when
it's
But
that
he's
no.
starting lineup
cutthroat.
was 26.
In or out.
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
I don't think
done.
it's harsh. I think it's just business. He's saying,
You got to
If
give.
you look
You
up
got
the
to give him a
definition
chance.
of cutthroat, I feel like harsh would be in there.
No.
Like
no, I think you're attaching emotion of harsh. I feel like cutthroat is more just black and white. You're looking at it like a business.
that's what I mean. It's like, but that's the thing. There's no gray area. It's like, okay, you're
Right.
in or you're out.
Right.
Whereas another
but I don't think
coach is
that's
like,
harsh.
you know what? I'm gonna give this guy. I'm gonna develop
I
him.
think that
I
might
see
be-
the talents there.
I think that could be. Look,
It's
I don't
Jose.
think it's harsh.
It's
yeah.
Jose. That's
The
all
more
I'm
I
saying is
read
that's
about
who
it,
he is.
all I'm saying is the more I read about it, the less harsh I find. I find it. Like you read what he did with the Chelsea players, letting all those guys go. They wanted to go to certain clubs. He let them go out on loan. Like it wasn't necessarily just, oh, you're young, you're not getting a chance. It was just, dude, I have Essien, not Essien. I have Drogba, I have Lampard. Like I have all these guys. Like, yeah, Lukaku, you're gonna be good, but there's no way I don't have room for you. It's just too much talent.
You have Remy.
But like he played youth at Porto. You know, what I mean, he didn't win with just
Because he
veteran.
had to.
Yeah,
he had to. At Chelsea, he didn't have to. He could just buy whoever he wanted, Doug.
Agreed. At United, he can
Madrid,
buy
could
whoever
just
he
buy
wants.
whoever he wanted. Then you look at a guy like Zizou, who's playing Asensio. He's starting to play Isco. He's
but
being
who-
more patient with these guys and massaging them into the team.
He already has
That's not
$100 million
That's not what
players.
Jose does, though. That's not what he's been known to do for the majority of his career, man.
Agreed. I don't think it's harsh. I just think, you know,
I think we're getting hung up on the word.
Synonyms for
All right.
throat.
So if we're gonna talk about
Ferocious,
players,
vicious.
if we're gonna talk about players that have not developed, Edna Valencia goes from West Ham to Mexico.
Enter Valencia?
We go,
Yeah.
where do you go?
Where-
New,
where'd he
where do
go?
you go? New Boy? No, Tigers.
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 Tigress.
Tigers.
Tigger.
Yeah.
Tigres.
But I mean, it's
back in Mexico. He started in Mexico.
But I mean, it's amazing. I feel like this was one of those guys. I feel like Ross Barkley could be one of these dudes who can do has all
Straight
the
shitting on Barkley. Too.
has all the
Liverpool
ability,
bias.
has everything, looks good when he plays sometimes, but at the same time
But
he
ends
just
up on Tigres.
no, not exactly that, but he's just
No.
not going to live up.
I don't think Valencia was ever that good. He got picked up because he had a noisy year for Pachuca.
He had a-
in,
No,
League
and he had a
Mexico.
good was it World Cup
Ecuador?
run or something?
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
a
he
good
was
run.
balling
Was it
internationally.
Copa Libertadores?
Yeah, he
or
was
something
nasty.
Like
He was
that.
scoring tons of goals.
But still, again, like you look at the individual pieces. You know what I mean? Like
He's
he
like
had
a-
pieces missing.
You ready for this? Hugo Rodallega. Very similar.
You think so?
Had a little bit of a blip in his career.
Yeah.
Straight nothing after that.
Yeah. I don't think you needed to go back to Mexico. I think that's also partially because
Yeah.
it's England. Like I think he could have found his way in Spain, go to Real Betis, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Could have made some noise, but
I think that might be your best parallel, son.
You like that?
Yeah.
It's a nice
That was
one.
good.
Right?
I had to
Had to
Google
dig- had
him
to-
real quick.
Ah, you
I had to
forgot him?
Google him. I
Fulham
forgot.
boy.
I have a nugget for a potential signing that Liverpool should make for a center back. My boy Maguire from Hull City. Talking about
Harry.
Hull boys.
Wait,
Yeah.
you guys were just laughing at me when I said
You went to
brought up
Leicester. Too late.
Oh, did he shit?
Too late.
Yeah, guy.
You missed that
Yeah,
one
where
too.
was I
Les.
on that one?
another
No,
cheap one. No, we're gonna go spend 70. You
No,
should've
but
jumped in there
you
for
guys were
Keane.
just laughing at me when I brought up Robson from Hull. Like, oh,
We're still laughing.
and now
Robson, we are.
and now-
Yes, because Maguire is better. That's why Leicester picked him up. Where's Robson right now? Where's he playing?
Robertson.
Thank you. Where's Maguire?
Leicester City.
But he was with.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's just up until like.
But
this
who's
past
the
week.
better? But that's what I'm saying.
I'm
We're
Different
laughing
positions.
at that
Still
specific-
different
You think we're
positions.
laughing at the club? We're laughing at the player.
I'm laughing at the club.
Laughing at
But
both.
Maguire left.
The club of the club.
Can you hear us that far down on the table?
Oh, I can.
Whoa.
I hear you loud and clear.
Yes, loud and clear because he's down
Loud
there.
and clear, man.
Hey, you guys in
Loud
Champions
and
League
clear.
this year? Chelsea in Champions League.
All the way down. We finished one spot
Chelsea
below
did-
you. What are you
Didn't make
talking
Champions
about?
League.
All the way down.
Didn't make Champions League.
All the way
Gotta make
down.
Champions League.
man.
That's
If
what
you're in
the-
the Champions League, you might as well be relegated, son.
That's
That's so not true, Doug.
That's what the top.
You
Hey,
were Europa last year, you bitch. What are you
When was
talking
it?
about,
When
Doug?
was it?
Last
Yeah,
year.
last year.
Oh yeah, that's
All right,
right.
then.
let's not
All right.
forget, Arsenal had a top 10 play in the world. So I mean, you should
Whoa.
have easily made
Well,
top 4.
This is a team
Whoa.
sport. This is a team sport. It's 11 guys.
It didn't look like a team sport when Sanchez was scoring all those goals.
Yeah, he was finished.
He
third
would
in
steal the
scoring.
ball for someone, dribble through 10 people, score the goal, and then be like, oh, Arsenal won. No,
Clearly-
Alexis
clearly you've never
Sanchez
been the
won.
best player on a bad
Down,
team.
you would let the ball go.
Clearly, you've never been the best player on a bad team. So you don't understand. I get it. You,
Got him.
I've never been on a
the
bad team.
best- You've never been on the best.
I've never been on a bad team. I don't sign up for bad teams. Nugget coming in hot.
Not true.
Gerard
I know
De
the
La
teams.
Feu recalled by Barcelona.
That's the worst one, man.
10 mil.
Poor guy.
Pissed.
Poor guy wanted to stay at AC. AC
Likes the
wanted
coach.
Would have
Him.
been perfect.
There's the option, dude. They exercise the option.
They could use
10
a
mil.
couple of wingers too.
That's a steal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like this because I just don't think he's going to be the starter.
Who's he gonna start over? Neymar, Messi,
No chance.
Suarez.
It sucks
No
because
chance.
he's going to be missing AC when they're coming back
Yeah,
alive,
dude,
too.
he's on cruise control right
Dude,
now.
unless they
buying
go
people.
4-4-2, huh?
Who?
Put Neymar and Suarez next to each other, and Messi like right below,
Behind.
underneath, playing
like
that
the triangle,
10.
like this, upside down.
Yeah, or
But even then,
4-2-3-1.
Playing the Del
You
Piero
got
role.
Dennis
4-2-1-3.
Suarez. You got Andre Gomez who can play at that left midfield, central midfield. You got other guys.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
no.
who've been at
Look,
bars
I'm,
like this
I'm
is-
trying to just
trying to
give
jam.
the half
We get-
full.
We have to
kind of
switch
look.
his name.
They
to
bought him
Pedro.
for a reason.
We got to switch him to Pedro. Not going to see the field that much.
Or Sanchez.
He's still really good, and it's just one of those things where it sucks that he's going to go back there and basically
rough,
sit on the
Well,
bench.
they have a new coach this year, so we don't even know what system they're gonna be. Lights. We don't know what system they're gonna be playing. You know, they got a lot of work to do and to figure
Yeah.
out how they're gonna play this year. So it'll be interesting to see how they look.
We talk about Chalaba.
Shalom.
Chalaba.
Yeah, we threw him in there for
Yeah.
Watford.
Previously,
Watford,
we
5
talked about
years.
previous app, I think.
Yeah. Your boy Loftus-Cheek gone to a great club on loan, Crystal Palace.
Dude, that's solid,
Scooping
man.
him up.
He's gonna get some burn. He's gonna play with Zaha, get some mojo.
Play at a
Who's
high
in
level
the middle
team.
there? Was
Love
it
it.
Delaney or MacArthur? I think it might have been
It's
MacArthur.
both of them.
Delaney's like the
Delaney's
Actually,
defender.
Delaney's
Yeah.
center back.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he's a
MacArthur
dinosaur.
in there.
MacArthur's a center
Dude
mid.
smuggling nuts in his mouth, dude.
He's got squirrel cheeks.
Yeah, dude. Have you seen his jaw, dude? Google it, man. Delaney's jaw is unbelievable. It's the biggest jaw I've ever seen. Dude,
Bigger than James Milner or Gareth Bale?
much. Shame. To shame.
Wow.
Look, Google it. Google image. To shame, dude.
What am I Googling right now?
Delaney.
Jawline.
Damien Delaney?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, no.
I don't remember.
I don't think
He's got a
he's-
beard too, doesn't he?
Look it up.
Can't even see his.
What about
you can't
Robert
even see his
Huth?
face.
Huth probably has a bigger jawline than him.
He's got a jaw.
He's got a
He's got a
rectangle
neck.
head.
Who does what's that cartoon with the jaw dude? The
Neville
superhero?
Longbottom, something from Family Guy.
No. It's like
Undertooth.
Cartoon Network.
Undertooth.
That's what I was
James
thinking.
Undertooth.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Bravo? What are you talking about?
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo. Like that.
How's got the Johnny Bravo haircut going on?
Jealous.
Yeah.
I was talking about like his jaw, like his actual mandible, like on the sides.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's got
Comes
weird.
out to
yeah.
it's huge, bro. He's got the biggest jaw in all of the land, man.
Yo, I have a potential Fugazi nugget here. It's been deemed an exclusive Arsenal strike.
With Thomas
a
Lemar.
deal with Thomas Lemar and Monaco, reportedly for around 53.
You got to pay him,
Pounds?
man.
Caught offside.
No, don't worry about it. But it's one of those.
No, that's why I brought up earlier.
Yeah.
When we're talking about Sanchez, I mean, it looks like this is going through with Lemar.
I hope they get Lemar. I hope Arsenal keep adding players to convince Sanchez that
I think you
they're
found a
stocking up.
replacement, straight up replacement.
he's not. Even if Lemar does come in, there's only a few people who could replace Alexis Sanchez.
No, they're
at
doing
this
the
point.
best job to replace him.
Yeah.
I think Sanchez is gone. I think Lemar is going to try to follow in his footsteps, try to replace him. That's
So
the
you
best.
think Sanchez Sanchez leaves? Because I don't
Dude,
think this.
I don't-
window
I don't
leaves.
The thing is,
If he doesn't, he goes on a free.
I think it's still 50-50, man. I think you can't say either way because he comes out, he wants $400K a week. That's strike one. Strike two, he wants Champions League. That's strike two. So, strike three might be, you can't give me these two things, I'm out. Or you can only give me one of two. Or, you know what? You guys just brought in Thomas Lemar. I'm going to stick around. I think it's really up in the air, dude, because Arsenal
I think it's up
hasn't
to
had
Arsenal.
this
So
situation.
we
I-
could just say
I don't-
no. We could bring Lemar in and be like, nah, you're staying.
I'm not even going to say whether Sanchez is going to stay or leave this transfer window. I think the real question is how much is Arsenal going to get for Sanchez? Is it going to be 50 million? It's going to be 20 in January, or it's zero.
It'll be 0 in January.
It was
Well,
zero in
no.
January.
Yeah, but then they can still buy him in January and take him over for that second half.
No, it'll be
Uh,
zero. It'll be
No,
zero.
I know, but I'm saying
Yeah.
they could if they want because
won't.
because
They won't.
They won't, yeah.
All right.
They'll give
Well,
him a
I know, but
6-month
the
contract
other
for
thing
free.
is if
Just
they
like
don't do
FIFA,
anything,
right?
that's
They
zero.
won't.
You don't offer
Pick
a
him up
transfer if you
in
can
June.
get him in 6 months.
Duh.
Unless
I
it's
don't-
Barcelona coming in at him
Yeah.
and they need him. But even then, he's already no, he's not registered for Champions League.
I think
Arsenal
that
said-
Arsenal.
I see what you did there.
Shots.
I think that Arsenal clearly have not matched his ambitions in the last
Yeah.
3 years. 2 years he's been there.
Maybe
They've
last
tried. They brought in
15.
also.
And I don't think he's under contract now. So unless someone comes in and pays his wages and everything. So, but I think he will leave on a free.
When's the last time you
if
saw
you
a
can't,
big
if you
club do
can't
this?
hit top 4 next season or this season coming up, then I think he's gone on a free.
When's the last
get
time
nothing.
Your club's best player has been able to get that contract wound down to a 6-month contract?
No, you don't let it
Never
get
heard
that
of it.
far. You sell him 18 months before. You start negotiations 18 months. If by 12 months you don't have him, you sell him
Later.
that summer.
What the hell's
mean-
happening at Arsenal?
Luis Suarez, Sterling, they just handled it with money. I mean,
Yeah, you sell him before it's too late.
they worked out with Suarez with like you guys did with Cristiano with the contracts,
yeah.
and I'll sell you next year basically. And then Sterling was like, "All right, we got to sell you, and we're gonna hold out because you're gonna stay here if we don't get that money."
I just don't understand it. Aubameyang, Dortmund has basically issued out a warning to all other clubs that if you don't come and get him soon, they're basically going to say no to any other offers because they're not going to have
'Cause
time to
they're
replace him.
It's down to I think 8 days,
Yeah.
something ridiculous right now.
Yeah, by the time August hits, most business is done. Obviously,
It
you
should
get
be
those- It should be. Jose's business is usually done
Yeah,
by
'cause
end
you-
of July
man,
because
if
you're in
you-
preseason now.
If you're building a squad, you want to have a preseason with the whole unit. You don't want to be adding
Yeah.
Fellaini on deadline day before the season
What a
already
buy.
started. You
What
know,
a
and that's the
purchase.
only sign. You want to be having those situations. Or signing Peter Cech. You know,
Dude, what
you want to sign your guys, get them involved with the unit, train them, take them overseas.
something that might wind down to the last minute of the transfer period window is
Coon.
Kun Aguero
Yes.
switching over to Chelsea.
Yeah.
What do we think of that? Is that possible?
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible, man. Especially
Money.
because
Is that probable?
I don't think Guardiola and him get along at all. I mean, on the surface they can be fine professionally, but I think deep down, you know, Guardiola has his guy in
Jesus.
Kelechi even, but now
Jesus.
Gabby Jesus coming in.
not even Kelechi. Kelechi's getting
he's
linked
out.
with
I'm saying in the
Leicester.
beginning,
I hope-
like
I
he
hope
was giving
Kelechi
Kelechi
goes.
Burn over Aguero, you know, last season in the first half. So that was just a signal that, you know, Aguero is dispensable to Guardiola versus, no, you're our guy, you play every game, every minute. And now with Gabby Jesus, the second coming,
Gabby came in-
I think Aguero's had his moment in the sun in the Premier League. You know, if he can stay or go abroad now,
Was he gonna? Oh, so you think he's not gonna move to Chelsea?
he could.
Yeah.
I don't think
That's
he's going.
dangerous for the rest of the league, though.
Because you have to
He can
remember
stay fit.
the chairman of City, I forget his name, but he also came out saying this is absolutely ridiculous. He talked about how Kuhn is one of the best players in the world, and why would they try to sell him? And he just basically shot it down right away.
Then why would that room even come out if it was shot down? You know, that's just devil's advocate.
Look, what it
kinda
comes
looking at
what it comes down to is that, like Al's saying, Aguero is not Pep's dude. Pep's not Aguero's dude. Gabby Jesus, teenager
He's
from
definitely-
Brazil, comes in January. First minute he's available, he starts over Aguero.
He also got a goal in that first minute.
And scores and starts to start until he gets injured, unfortunately for him. Fortunately for me, 'cause
Yeah.
I had a bet I
So
was going to
lucky.
lose. It's not lucky.
No,
it's
you
up
are.
here. No, it's
you're-
up here.
No, you're lucky.
No, it's up here.
No, it's up here. You're lucky.
Wisdom.
You're
Big
lucky.
brother wisdom. Knew it was going to happen.
Slap it
Big
around,
brother
little
covered.
brother. I love it.
Big brother
Hey, man.
luck. That's all it was.
Either way,
It was luck.
who's not paying?
It was luck.
Who's not paying? No,
Hey,
neither of us. I'm
speaking
not
speaking
paying.
Neither
speaking
of
of
us.
bets here.
But either way, sorry, let me
Oh,
finish
sorry.
real
Oh, yeah,
quick.
forgot
Yeah, Aguero. I think it's possibly leaves. I don't think he goes to Chelsea though. Not after they won the league.
Why?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because it would strengthen them. It would weaken Man City's race. It would weaken everyone's race, but it specifically would be a dagger to Man
Do you
City.
think Pep cares, though?
Yes, because he wants to win the league. If it had nothing to do with winning the league,
I don't know,
he'd
man.
sell
I think
him.
he's so arrogant that he would sell him to anybody who wants to buy him.
I
Look,
think
it's
Chelsea
possible,
will
but
end
I
up
don't know if
having
the
to
chairman
pay.
will let that happen.
I don't
I
think he's
think-
going anywhere. He's
I
staying at City.
I think
enough.
Chelsea will end up having to pay whatever they want to get this guy because if Diego Costa, I think it's clear, is not going to be in their plans.
Nope.
You need a top 5 striker in the world to compete with this league to win this title again. You need Aubameyang, you need Aguero, you need
also need
Morata,
de- you also
you
need
need one of these
defense.
guys.
Higuain.
You don't need defense.
Let's
You have
not-
no number 9.
You don't need defense.
Let's not
You do need
forget.
defense.
No, I'm saying you already
38
signed your defense. You don't need more.
These guys with the
You're not hearing. You're hearing out of one ear.
Let's not forget
Too
that
much.
in those 6 months, Jesus got injured twice. So you're going to sell Aguero thinking that this guy is going to stay injury-free the whole year?
I think it might be
Well,
have
if you
plans to
sell
bring someone
Aguero,
in.
you definitely
Yeah.
bringing someone else in.
I think
I
he's
don't- I
funding
don't-
a transfer.
It's big with the
I don't
injuries
think that
if
they're going to
it's
sell him. I think
muscular
there's
or
enough room on
I
that
agree
field
with
for
you.
both of them.
Yeah,
they
no,
they might
not.
even play 2 strikers, and it would be dynamic. I think Sterling is going to be seeing less of the field if Kuhn stays.
How are you going
I'd
to play
agree
2
with that.
strikers
You
with
can't. Sane, De Bruyne,
No.
Silva.
What they'll do is they'll put Gabi out on the left side, and it's a
So
very
4-3-3.
fluid formation. It's a
Yeah.
4-3-3 that sometimes converts. We saw Pep classic for that. He'll start with 4 in the back. All of a sudden, there's 3 in the back. And there's,
Two.
Yeah,
the
2
fullbacks drop
center
in as
backs
center backs. The center backs become D mids, and then the D mids fan out. Then all of a sudden,
yeah,
it's
when it comes to Pep,
craziness.
you don't have to concern
Brilliant.
yourself with an exact formation.
Yeah,
it's just
that's true.
who are the best players he has available.
Yeah.
He'll get them on the field.
And hopefully they're smart enough to take his instruction. That's what always he's sold players for, who weren't intelligent enough to understand how to play 6 different positions in 6 different scenarios
In
It's
one
amazing.
game.
In
So
one game.
one of the
He's the
transfers
man.
that
I love that dude.
Tiki is desperate to happen with United. 9
Oh,
goals.
it's not gonna happen. I saw that on
It's
the way.
looking like Inter Milan will be going for 9 goals. And you know what? They have to make some sort of move with AC doing everything right now.
I have a 1 hour ago update. So, no, it was Friday actually. Yes, a few days ago. Nainggolan had an emergency 40-minute meeting with directors and clubs leaders, and then came out smiling to fans and did a quick interview, asked him if the the deal was done. He said, yes, the extension is done, but it's not finalized. So looks like he's staying. He did the brilliant trick that Neymar did, that Dani Alves did. Of using
Sergio Ramos
United.
did.
Sergio Ramos using United as like a bit of leverage, saying, okay, if you don't want me, I'm going to go to United.
What Gareth Bale is about to do.
Possible, yeah, that's fine.
But now it looks
Speaking
like with that feeling, it looks like Eric Dyer is going to be the guy for United.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
50 mil.
50 mil.
Oh my God, if he goes to 50
Spurs are
mil.
going to pocket 100 million on two transfers.
The issue with Dyer, he wants
Danny
out.
Levy.
But
Delaney?
I think
Levy,
it's going to be
businessman.
Matic. I think it's going to be Matic because Matic stayed home.
No, I don't
from
know if they're
preseason.
going to sell him to United.
But
That's
Dyer's a United boy since he was a kid.
Yeah. No, I know, dude.
So
Is he good enough?
I want neither one of those.
not for
two.
50. I'll pay 30 for him.
I think that's
That'll
gas. I
be
think
cool.
maybe a season or two ago you'd pay that much, but now it's
Speaking of Milan, they make a little bit more business today, picking up Lazio's boy, Lucas Biglia, for the midfield.
Just about them.
Dude,
that's a good veteran signing.
17 mil.
Good veteran
Good
signing.
price.
These
They're
guys
playing
have
with
bought a
pennies
starting
in Serie
11.
A. They're
Yeah.
playing with these Chinese owners. It's just like, really? Everything's half off.
In my mind, there's no doubt that Milan has done the best business
Easily,
this
hands
window.
down.
Yeah, they've had the best.
Re-signed
United-
Donnarumma
United has a
5 years.
shout. United has a shout until we get that center mid,
I don't think-
that number 6.
You
I
got
don't
two
think
you
anyone
bought two
comes
players.
close. Yeah, I don't think anyone comes
Yeah,
close.
but that's all we needed. You know what I mean? Shoring
They
up
bought
the line.
9,
That, well,
10.
Dude, they haven't even seen the top half of the table in forever. Not literally, but you know what I mean? Like, they haven't been on the top end of the top half of the table in forever. They need a whole new squad revamp. They're killing it. But, like, you don't know if these players are going to gel by next year.
I don't know that, and I'm just looking at strictly on paper. The crown jewel is Bonucci. The signing of
Yeah.
Bonucci, because all the other guys are like pieces here
Yeah.
and there. Will they make it? The fact that you stole from a rival,
Yeah.
who you're not doing as well as, like that to me, I think just puts him at the top.
It was
of
a
the summer.
statement. It
Yeah,
was a statement
that was
signing.
ridiculous.
Now, Donnarumma, is it silly for him to even think about leaving AC? I know he did the extension, but
it's not silly.
but next year with the drama, if it's not Real or Barcelona, is it dumb for him to think about leaving?
still- he could
must
still
make
leave.
Champions League. If you're Milan and you don't make Champions League,
I'd be
you almost
surprised
lose
if they don't
money
make
in all this
Champions League this
investment.
year. This season coming up, if
I
AC...
wouldn't. Why would you be surprised?
If what?
Because Ryan thinks the Italian league sucks.
No.
If Milan makes Champions
No,
League, you'd be surprised.
I'm saying Bonucci makes that much of a difference for
It's
AC.
not just Bonucci. You have to look at the other teams around him. How many players did Roma lose? Key players. Napoli's still going to be up there because they still got guys like Dries Mertens balling. But other than that, who else is left? Atalanta? No. Inter Milan? No.
What are you saying? No, I think you're agreeing with me. I'm saying that they're gonna make Champions League.
Oh, that's
yeah, that's what I'm
exactly
saying. I'm
oh,
like,
okay.
yeah.
Did you say like a roundabout
No,
way?
I said
'Cause-
I think it'd be silly to say that they wouldn't make
Yeah,
Champions
that's a
League.
roundabout way.
Okay,
Yes.
Um,
It would be silly to say that they would not.
a double
What the
negative
shit are
and
you talking about? Just come out and say it.
That is so true.
Hey, just stay with me.
So
Listen, you learn.
I got him.
So we were talking about bets from last season's podcast, but I had one that I brought up a couple episodes ago. I'm going to bring it up again every episode until
Someone pays
the
up.
man buckles down. The man being Ryan Hussey. To
What,
my
Wayne
right,
Rooney?
Yeah.
that Wayne Rooney will have more minutes at the 2018 World Cup than Emery Chan.
Step up,
no.
us.
No,
Step
Just
up.
own it.
Can you
Because
Step up.
And the
Back where your mouth
and
is.
the one of the clinchers for this for me
For me,
was Wayne Rooney's 30-yard strike on his Everton return.
Oh my God, one
his
kick and he's
debut.
back in the team?
Yep, he just
I'm
retired
just saying,
too.
man. If he's gonna be playing 30 games in the EPL,
He's not gonna. Oh
dude,
my God,
Gareth
he's
Southgate,
not.
Gareth
Wait, wait, wait,
Southgate
wait,
has
he's
not closed the door.
No. I'm,
He has not closed the door
you
on
cut
Wayne
me off.
Rooney yet. He has not closed the door on Wayne Rooney yet.
No,
As
yeah.
long as he plays well, he can be. He's not gonna be starting, but I just want to make that final
So
squad.
Chan's not starting either. But
I want to make that final squad.
Minutes on minutes.
We're going minutes,
Dude,
baby.
That's science.
I'm not.
Science.
I'm not even taking this because of Wayne Rooney. I'm taking this because I don't know where Chan sits with Germany because Germany has that many good players.
Yeah, but then you can't say Al is wrong if you're saying I'm
Just
a
admit
neutral.
he's right then.
Yeah. So just say Al.
Are you in or you out?
No. I was
I
saying
like
that.
this.
No. We were
Are you
talking
on
about
the pool or in the pool?
No, we're saying whether.
He said that Rooney is gonna get more minutes than Chan. You said hell no. And now you're backtracking, saying, "Well, I don't know how many minutes Chan's gonna get."
Well, I also don't know what's going on with Southgate. I don't believe.
Classic Huss move.
No.
You can't say,
Whoa. No.
you can't say Al is
Bullshit.
wrong.
No. No, because the thing is, do I believe Rooney should be on the England? No. Should I?
No,
it's not what
that's
you
not
believe.
what we're talking about.
We're not talking
We're not
beliefs.
talking about
Yes,
that.
that's literally why we're here.
No, we're
but
saying
we're talking.
no,
literally.
Literally, we're here to podcast.
Literally to talk about what news and our beliefs.
Your news that you put out, and we're debating it.
Facts. It's mainly beliefs with you.
it's simple.
If you don't believe Rooney's gonna make the team, that even bolsters your argument, doesn't it?
That's even bigger.
But then Chan's
That
gonna at
means
least
zero
make the
minutes.
team.
No, I don't know if Chan's gonna make the team. I don't
make the
He-
team.
He says he knows Rooney's gonna make it, and he doesn't care what happens to Chan. Rooney's playing more minutes.
It could be a wash.
Is Al
Come
right?
on.
Is Al right?
Come on, bite.
No,
He's
no,
right.
no.
Then.
First off-
Say he's right.
Yeah, man.
No, because-
you jumped on
no,
hell
no,
about
Make the
this.
bet or say he's right.
Dude, it's gonna come
That's
up.
all.
at the end.
That's what it
Yeah.
goes.
That's the ultimatum.
That's it.
That's it.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Fire sale.
We're wrapping it up, dude.
Yeah,
The
this is
show's
a
over.
wrap-up show,
You
bro.
take a minute. I'll drop this quick nugget here. Atletico Madrid signed Sevilla's
fair
Vitolo. We thought that Atletico Madrid were not allowed to make any signings. That is not the case. They just cannot register players under their roster. So they've signed Vitolo from Sevilla, and they've sent him out on loan to Las Palmas.
Dude.
Lacazette could have signed for Atletico Madrid, but he didn't want to do the whole loan thing. He just wanted to play.
Dude, here's a question. So, what's his name? Costa wants to go home.
Yeah,
He's
he's
been
gonna
saying
do
he
the
wants
same
to,
thing.
But why? What's taking so long? You know what I mean? Like, get this done.
Because they got to find a loan for it before he can come.
Who won't take him?
I don't know. That
Who
might
the
be.
hell won't take him?
I-
Look, he
They might have to
he doesn't
split
even have
wages.
to-
Loans become very.
Nah, man, just suck it up,
Delicate, man.
Atletico. Look, you're suspended till January. You have a forward who won a Premier League title less than a year ago who wants to come up 2 overall, but recently won. Sign this guy ASAP. Get him there. Loan him out. Pay whatever you need to pay. Because when you sign him, you're going to pay him his wages anyway. You're not going to split with Chelsea, are you?
No, but it's just the whoever you loan him to, you split those wages.
No, you don't split it. Just say, look, we're going to buy Diego Costa. Hey, Tom, with PFC United.
We'll pay for him.
We'll pay his wages. Just make sure this guy gets some burn. That's it. We'll pay his wages. Here's Costa for free.
Make sure he gets some burn. He's going to be better than everybody on your team.
Hopefully.
And let's not talk about.
No, you can't talk.
No,
until
I'm
you
saying
get
no.
some-
Verratti.
We gave
You're
you
on a timeout.
This is a minute, dude.
Yeah.
That was a minute.
No,
I gave a nice
no,
little
Huss.
buffer. Don't try to
This
just
is it.
try to ride over the
no,
speed
because
bump.
Hal's
This
got you
goes-
pinned down.
What's on the ceiling? What are you looking at?
Just say
I'm
Al's
thinking.
right. Just say
No, because he's not.
Al is right.
I don't think.
Then take the bet.
That's the
Then
bet.
take the bet if you
Because
don't
both have 2 opinions.
No, because
That's all. It's not. We're not sitting here saying Al's right.
No, because
But you're the one sitting here saying he's wrong. That's why you're in this bet
And you're
situation.
too afraid to bone up with the
no, it's
money?
no, it's not
Or
about
just
being
say
afraid.
you're
It's
wrong.
about what?
Just say you're wrong then.
That's your out.
That's the,
And then we can get into
About,
you're
Verratti.
wrong.
about how Rooney shouldn't make the team.
No, not
about
shit.
who's gonna get more minutes.
2018.
Just say you're wrong.
Well, actually, when that came up, I didn't say anything about Emery trying to have more minutes. No, that's not a backtrack. No, if you want to talk about real, that's the real.
Dude,
I was
listen to
tightening the bet. I was
episodes.
trying to tighten the bet to a more scientific outcome. So who's going to play more? No, minutes. Minutes is the only way to really
There's no
gauge this.
starting. Who cares who starts?
No.
Who cares who
Who
gets
makes
subbed
it?
on?
Oh, they're on the squad, but they
yeah.
didn't play.
Well, I'm trying to think because for England, who do they have for people that are
Dude, I
let's
just
say
gave you a minute.
experienced?
What were you thinking about during the minute?
I was thinking about Marco Verratti going to Barcelona.
God.
All right, you get another minute. I got a nugget.
No, because let's talk about this. How many players does England actually have?
This is part of your homework.
No,
Do
no,
it.
Yeah, this is not.
no. Think about it for a moment. That actually have, let's say, experience. What are they going to pick?
Kane.
Mark Noble over Rooney?
Huss.
Not
the
many,
thing
Huss.
is, none of us.
Not
sat
many.
Is
here
Henderson
when
going to be
Al-
hurt again?
When Al
Probably
made
not
the
making the team.
statement,
Probably.
Henderson?
You're not making the team.
When-
You know,
He was like the
we're gonna
captain.
come back to
we'll
this.
come back.
We'll come back to this. I'll bring it up again. I'll bring it up again.
End of
That's fine.
169.
Again.
We'll do it again.
Wasn't
That's
ready.
fine.
Until you
Cardboard is heels, Al.
No, I'm not nervous because it's
Everyone thought you were
Put
gonna
your big
bring
boy
up our
pants
bet.
on.
No,
Caught you
come
on your
to the
heels,
table
son.
and sit down with the big boy pants and make a deal.
I'm not wearing any
Walk
pants.
away.
Everyone's here has made a deal except for you.
Pull up your huggies. Let's go.
Hussies?
That's a good one. You're still making that.
I got a
bet.
nugget. Zlatan rejects
real?
a $6.5 million offer from LA Galaxy. Says he wants to stay at Man United.
Dude, as soon as they
he
said
gonna play
this
for
guy
free?
was rehabbing
What number is he
at
gonna be?
United.
21.
10.
Yeah,
10.
Oh, great shout on that. So I was out to dinner yesterday with the missus, and she's like, I wonder if Lukaku asked Zlatan for permission. So I sit there, I'm like, hell no. Only a bitch would ask for permission.
No,
There's
man.
no way. I get it, he's a young kid, but slap your chest, dude. You're at United now. It's time to be a warrior. She Googles it. Dude asked for permission for number 9. So whatever number Zlatan is, he knows he's not getting 9. He was called
99.
and asked and told about it. Maybe he'll go double 9s.
Meanwhile, Martial sitting in the background. Like,
That's a jersey I would
what
get.
the fuck have
man.
I been
That's
during this
sick.
whole conversation?
Martial, man, the beautiful thing about United is that
Ah!
if you're playing,
Take players'
one of the many.
numbers
No, if
and you
you're-
bench them.
if you're playing well, you're not gonna lose that number, man.
Well, he might not be on United because Inter is asking for
Yeah, so's Roma.
The loan.
the loan deal to be with the 50 million pounds, whatever it is,
Option.
for Perisic, whatever.
Perisic.
Perisic. I can't say his name.
Persistence?
I can't say his goddamn name.
Bro, real
Patience.
quick.
But-
Let's highlight
But we never got into Verratti.
No, real quick. While we're
Barcelona.
on Man U for a second, they were playing against the Galaxy. Martial got himself a goal. Rashford with the brace. Fellaini the odd goal. I just want to talk about.
surprise.
I just want to
Dirty
talk about
goal.
Pogba's ball to Fosu Mensah.
Dude, that
50-yard grass cutter.
Dude, I was like, Martial's not going to get there. Nope, it wasn't for you. It was
Vision,
for Fossey
baby.
Mensah.
Just got in there.
Right back
cut it
/ wing back. It was beautiful.
Everyone's
dude.
fast on United.
Yeah.
Everyone's fast.
Everyone's fast and athletic, tall.
Even Fellaini's goofy as hell, but he's fast.
Dude, Fellaini's playing
Like over
two-touch now.
distance.
He learned how to play two-touch. Everything's quick out of
Be
his
great. If he
feet.
can learn how to play one, he'd be a great player.
Hey, man, it'd be much better than
No, it's
any
too much,
Chelsea.
man. Be fucking in the stands. You need to settle the ball,
Clunk.
then move it. All right,
Dude,
Relax.
watch this guy next season. PFC listeners, I'm telling you, watch this
refuse.
guy's chest straps next season from
know,
goal
you got the
kicks.
You
best.
haven't
the
been
best
watching
chest
them
Best in
already.
the world, I would
Yeah.
say. In the world. Yes, I'm going to say
Fellaini, best in the world. Chest straps.
I say he
Chest straps,
rivals
dog.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic as
He
far
reminds
as
me of Drogba,
control out
honestly,
of the
when he was
sky.
doing it.
Yes,
He reminds me of Drogba,
absolutely,
bro.
dude. It's watch. That's what I'm saying.
chest-
Watch
He'll
this.
chest it
I'm not
over-
sitting
he'll
here
chest it
pretending-
over you.
I'm laughing at you.
Fair
Wow.
enough. When you see the evidence, the world will be laughing at you.
That's
It's
fine.
there, man.
I can't
visually
wait.
see it. I see it. It's not like I'm making it up.
Best-
Tom, who hates
I hate
Fellaini,
Best in the world.
Chest straps? Yeah.
Best in the world.
arguably,
Yeah, bro. Chest straps are
arguably,
vicious.
he's
His chest straps are vicious.
Yo.
he kills it.
He'll
He
stiff
kills-
arm a man and he'll roll him with the chest strap as he stiff arm. Like,
Dude,
it's kind of vicious,
he's
bro.
Dude, that chest.
Maybe I got to open my eyes a little bit
Hey,
more.
his
Maybe I'm
chest-
missing
Yeah,
something.
what else is
His
do?
chest touch, is 99, bro. FIFA needs to get that stat in there. He's a 99
Chest
chest,
touch?
touch.
While we're on, Man United might lose Ander Herrera to Barcelona.
way.
No.
He came out and said no.
He's getting
But yes,
he's getting
that's
two-
just
he's getting
saying. Hey, man,
200,000
This
a
is
week.
what Barca does.
No, no, I love
they'll just throw it out there. Like
no.
a year or two in advance, they'll just like Coutinho, like Bellerin, they just throw it out there.
No, this is
like,
what they do to Arsenal.
Eventually,
You gotta
you're gonna come
confuse.
back.
This is what they
Eventually,
do
you're
to
gonna come
Arsenal
back.
with Saz.
Nah, bro,
Alright.
all Spanish players.
They're gonna give.
No,
they're gonna give
All Spanish players / Spanish.
Ander Herrera's gonna make. He's gonna get a contract bump for 200,000 a week.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Well earned.
Dude, this
well
dude
earned,
earned
laddie.
it. This dude earned it. He's in his late 20s. Go ahead.
And Verratti at PSG.
You
This
take
could
the
be
bet?
this could be the one of the biggest transfers of the season, with Barcelona giving PSG 60 million pounds with Rakitic.
Rakati.
That's
For Rakitic.
You said it
Well,
wrong.
look, I think PSG said they're not selling him. Verratti said he doesn't mind staying if PSG shows they're willing to spend top dollar and bring in talent, a.k.a. the Alexis Sanchez clause. That's part of the reason why they brought in Dani Alves, hijacked that deal, offered to pay double his wages, don't give a shit.
Getting rid of Serge Aurier.
Yeah, I heard about
Getting
that.
rid of Surge.
What's the deal there?
Yes, sorry.
That
I wrote
hurts,
that in
man.
my
I love
notes.
Aurier.
Man United's been alerted. Surge might come to Man United.
Ivorian
You know how much?
Coast, nasty.
20 million pounds, they're saying. 19.5.
Because
Steal.
no one wants him.
You know why?
Off the field stuff.
Right here.
Bad team
Upstairs.
players.
Field
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
He
distraction.
he tends to do like a lot of periscoping and talk about
Dude, he was talking
the inner
shit
workings.
about his manager on Periscope. Not even like,
Yeah.
oh, I sent my buddy like a video message or whatever. Like, no, I'm on Periscope.
When I say
People are
10
watching.
to, I don't think people should be stuck with like a label forever. He just had a bad year of doing that.
Don't be a
And
dumbass.
He's
And he did
nice.
that.
He's
couple
so
times.
nice
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
field, though, dude.
Yeah.
But we don't need right backs. If he can play the left, okay, cool.
You don't
But why
need
we
right
keep
back.
re-signing right backs?
Because
Well, who else do you
Darmian
have?
just ain't getting it done.
No, I said if he
Valencia.
can play left,
Valencia's
I'll
right
take
back.
Aurier. But we don't need more. We got Valencia. We got Fosu Mensah. We
Dude,
got
Aurier.
Axel who can play
Aurier is
on the
better
right.
than
Aurier
both of
is an
them.
upgrade on every other
He's the
guy you
realest.
have.
Look,
That's
I
fine
hear-
though. It's not our biggest
Yeah.
problem.
It's
Yeah,
not-
I don't
why
think so
not?
either.
Yeah, but if you
why
get it
not
for
with the
19
depth?
But if we
million,
get him at 19, I think he's
you don't
a good
blink.
signing.
Sign.
But also,
That's
if
the
you go,
key.
if you do the 3-5-2, one of them can sit back, maybe be one of the center backs, the right center back. Oh, that's another thing.
No, we got plenty of center back.
Lingard playing the left wing back.
That was nice, huh?
That was interesting.
that
I didn't
press.
expect that.
He got Rashford's first goal for
Oh,
him
within
with
like
that
2
high
minutes.
press.
Oh my god.
You guys
LA
need to
Galaxy.
be playing a 3-5-2.
I think we're gonna.
Man United
I think
should
it's
be
gonna be
playing a
Rashford
3-5-2.
or Martial next to Lukaku.
You got so many center backs. Even
And we
Daily
got
Blind can slip
forwards.
in there.
What's up, Liverpool?
You got wing back
How you center
type of
backs
guys.
doing?
By the way, was that a waste?
How you center backs doing?
Was that a waste of time for United to go there and play the Galaxy's reserve team.
Nope.
No. Because it's preseason. There's no waste of time.
It's just
It's such a big market
advertisement.
to go to LA as well.
And they're paid to
a
do
big
that.
market.
It's not free. It's
Yeah.
not like United's there out of charity. They're paid probably the most to play against. Like most MLS, you'll probably be playing against the LA Galaxy.
There's a reason why they fly to Asia. They fly to Australia.
There's a
Like,
reason why they get like
Yeah.
Gerrard. And
No,
all
I
these
no, I
dudes
understand
over and over.
Asian and Australia, but also with LA,
But America,
9 games
you
in
know.
13. 9 matches in 13 days or something. They were saying.
11 days, I think.
Yeah, I mean, is that
Or 5
smart for the
games, 5
Galaxy?
games, 11 days.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's their brand.
Money,
Dos Santos
money,
still got it.
money.
I don't
They
care what
made that
anyone
money,
says.
man. That stadium was
Yo,
almost
I
sold
thought he
out.
broke Lindorf's
Dos
Dos
legs.
Santos has still got it.
Yo, when he got that first touch for
He's
that
nice.
goal, I thought he snapped his ankle.
Dude, I hate.
I was like, oh shit, oh goodness.
There's one thing I hate about the legend Sir Harry Redknapp is that he let the Santos go under his watch, man. The Santos.
Didn't have it.
What do you mean he didn't? He has it, man. He has it. I don't know why he went to LA so quickly. I think he was just like
He's a quitter. That's
Well, I
why.
think he's like Oscar.
Jeez.
Just chase the money. Just Oscar.
No,
Quit.
he doesn't have the mentality.
He wants to play Pee-wees.
You can't.
Let
Yeah,
him.
he wants to be the best player on the field. He doesn't want to work.
He's
for
not
what
even,
do you say
he's not
about
even
Oscar?
showcasing for Mexico.
Oscar. Oscar's a great player
Yeah, but like he went over to China
because he
Like, what
wasn't
does it
playing.
say?
It was done. He wasn't.
Oh,
In,
so Giovanni
he could've
was
went
at
to Italy,
But he wasn't in
could've went
Conte's
to
plans.
France.
it wasn't in
Yeah, but
Conte's plans.
he chose China. He didn't choose Spain. He didn't choose Italy. He could have gone to AC.
Went for this.
Yeah.
So is he? You know,
Where in MLS?
lazy?
Why would you go to?
No.
no,
Oscar.
we're talking
Oscar,
about
went for,
Oscar.
Oscar went for the money to
I got
China.
that confused.
MLS has no money. If Giovanni really wanted to go for money, he would go to China.
Well,
not-
China was an
when he
option back
left.
then.
No, it wasn't an
Yeah.
option until 2 years ago.
That's fine,
Look,
but he
I
could
just
still
don't
play.
take kindly people talking shit about Giovanni.
like
I think
Dos
he was
Santos,
just
man.
misunderstood. Both brothers actually.
Whatever. Dude.
Him and his
His
brother.
younger brother's nice though.
He plays a
He's
bit of a
legit.
number 6.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
but dude,
he's
Jun-
got that swag too, though.
All black boots.
Yeah,
You gotta
he's
watch
nice.
out for him.
You saw him in the CONCACAF, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's nice,
He's on
man.
Barca, though.
Mexico,
He's
dude,
not
baller.
bullshit.
Dude's a baby.
Yeah, dude, he's doing more work for Mexico than Giovanni is. Giovanni's almost out of the
No,
picture.
because
You know
he
why?
got in a fight with the coach.
And they
right?
brought Carlos Vela back. Remember
I
Vela?
saw that, yeah.
Vela was out of the
Arsenal.
team. They
Yeah.
did a switcheroo. It used to be Dos Santos
like-
who was the lefty dribbler.
Yeah.
And they did a switcheroo. Now Vela's the guy.
It's
They
like
both can't be on the field at the same
Blazikowski
time.
and now what's his name? Lewandowski. They don't get along for Poland. They hate each other.
That's a shame.
Yeah, Blazikowski was captain, got hurt, gave it to Lewandowski, never gave it back, bro.
Why should he?
Lewandowski's
He's the better
butthurt.
player.
So like they're talking about even in the locker room, there's factions. There's a Lewandowski clan versus the Blazikowski clan. It's crazy, man. All this football behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
Poland.
I love it,
Just
man.
never know.
Anyway, that's it.
Make the bet, Huss.
Yeah.
Make the
Make
bet.
the bet, Huss.
I think
Not the
Thank you.
moment.
Make
man.
the bet, Huss.
Hey,
Hold
Make
on.
the bet. Make the bet.
No, that's
Make
no,
the bet.
fine.
Make the bet. Make the